It's sending kilobytes per second. Several of them, in fact.
Mm.
So we are live. With a fresh... Also, I better... Yeah, okay, it's already on. We're fresh with another Saltmarsh side story. The continuation, in fact. Last time, who wants an inspiration? You can recount it for an inspiration.
I am not your dog.
We got a ship from Simon, co-captained by a shady fuck who likes to drink a lot, and found a junk barge of goblins, tried to steal their ballista, and got screwed over by a thing, and ended up naked and afraid on this island.
Legally distinctly, he just means they're naked and afraid. But yes, the party has gradually awoken on a beach with softly lapping waves, the sand, the sun. It's very warm, in fact. You all have the equivalent of a short rest, except for Snook, who just complained there, so he's at 1 health.
Okay.
No, you all have the benefits of a long rest.
Okay.
Just naked.
You have nothing. You have no armor, you have no gear. And, as said before, you can hear, from the north, this away, there are sounds of things walking around, of clatters of metal,
Okay.
and burbling.
So much burbling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But you're also just coming awake and noticing each other, and that's how you're starting your day.
Can we tell about what time of day it is?
Well, it seems early enough. The sun's pretty high.
Close to noon or past noon?
Before.
Okay.
When did we get abducted?
Good question.
It was just a day.
The same time frame of the day, or earlier, or later? That'd be tough.
Also, Vernon, you have no mud. Remember this.
I'm sure I can find some of that.
What is the damage die on a punch?
None.
Yeah.
It's just
One
one
plus
point
your
plus your
strength.
strength.
Okay.
But you are proficient. So, what are you guys going to do?
Where's the sound of the movement coming from?
Up north. Seems pretty far away at the moment, but it's getting closer, but not at any great pace.
First I will get up from this rock, I guess. Can I use the cliff side to walk over, or do I have to? Is it too steep?
You've got a natural climbing speed as a tabaxi, so you could just claw your way along.
Can I get to the party?
Yeah, easily.
Like, say here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanna comb the beach pretty briefly to see if there's anything else washed up with us.
Give me an investigation roll.
I will also look for...
Yeah, you may want to ask for help.
I don't need help.
I'll look for any sticks or rocks that we might be able to use.
Easy enough to find rocks, like that's an automatic success if you just want to have handfuls of rocks. Easy. They're smooth,
Like
so they'll sail
throwable
through the air easier.
rocks.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll gather some up.
You do. Vernon, meanwhile, with your roll, you do find a couple of nice sort of, half an arm length sticks. They are very dry and brittle. They're pretty light, which means they'll be about a D4.
Okay.
But then you find something that you're interested in. Kind of accidentally, you cracked your foot against it. You put your hands into the sand, you realize very warm sand. Warmer as you go down. But you manage to pull out an incredibly rusted piece of an anchor.
Perfect.
Oh.
The problem is, though, it has been mostly eaten away by rust as well as you pull more of it out. It's got some weight to it, So it's definitely a heavy weapon, but it's probably only doing about a D6.
I can live with that.
How about the rest of you?
Gonna just get out of the sand and survey my surroundings while also freaking out on the inside.
Yes, but what does Mushy do?
That's what Mushy does. That's what my Mushy boy does.
Is there anything I can find that I could use to carry the rocks? Like, I don't know, a big leaf, like banana leaf that I can use to just haul them in?
Not in the sands here. There is a general lack of vegetation when it comes to sand. I suppose you could try and bundle up a seaweed bag.
Sure.
Give me a dex roll for that.
How many? Sure. How many rocks could I carry?
I'm not going to be too specific. It's okay.
All right. Just a regular dex roll.
It's a dex roll. There we go. It's horrible. It's salty. It's slimy to your hands. But you've managed to bundle up enough wet strands of seaweed. So, it might be a snack later, but for now it'll also carry some stones. Downside is you've got nothing to attach it to, so you're just holding it in your hand.
That's fine.
I'm gonna climb up the hill and take a look around.
Alrighty. Hang on, just gotta move some tokens. Just make sure we're actually on the map. Probably would have been a good time to say I'm gonna stealth.
True.
Oh, nope, wrong one. Reveal. So yeah, when you get up, you can see some old ruined stonework. It looked like there might have been a statue. Gotta go back to the token here, but there are just a lot of scuff marks and a lot of breakage. However, as you scan around more thoroughly, you can also see ahead figures. It's humanoidish, fishy. They are small, stunted, big fish heads, lots of teeth, but also they look like they just rolled off a grill. You can see great cracks in their skin. You can see clumps of char and carbon on them. They're brandishing spears, and they're stepping around looking about. Although you're puzzled to know how they can see because their eyes look thoroughly scorched as well. But these are the source of the burbling, and you can see getting into the tree row there are more arriving. Now let's reveal a bit more, because some of these walls are slight, some of them are still standing.
Okay.
Anybody else want one of those D4 sticks?
I'll take a stick.
I'll
Pass
take
the
one.
sticks I collected.
Well, then,
Unfortunately-
if allowed,
Hmm?
go ahead. Go ahead.
Now, do you want to do a roll or anything to guess about them?
I prefer to stealth first before I start examining them.
Go ahead.
Right. See, I have no equipment, but I didn't have anything that enhance that anyway.
Can you tell how many there are?
Actually, I
like,
should adjust that really quick.
just from the sound.
That is no longer equipped. Oh, that's much. That's a. Okay.
Well, you're both. I mean, both the rangers are back to you, so they should have a decent chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. You slink down. You hide quickly behind one of the low walls. Like you're only looking at maybe a foot here on this stuff, but say enough to slink down into it.
Alright.
Jenny will climb up there as well and try and look around.
Well,
I will make a quiet motion
Okay.
with a finger raised in front of the lips.
Stealth.
and I step in a little bit further.
So, do we have cloth or anything with us, or is it just...
You've got nothing but what's on the beach right now.
Didn't you mention magic items also, if you had them equipped or with us?
If
Yeah,
you got them,
you've got 2 sets of shoes.
Yeah, it's the shoes that we had.
Mushi has his boots of striding and springing, and Vernon's walking around naked in stiletto heels on the beach. His ass looks exquisite.
God.
Because it's also probably the first time it's clean.
Oh god.
I've got my Bane ring too.
Yep, you've got your ring.
So, God. Alright, yeah.
Let's see.
Wait,
what
I
those
don't
A's
have
have.
that longsword that I picked. That we
Nope.
picked up, do we?
No.
Unless you were sheathing it in yourself, you don't have it.
Alright, I'm going to climb back down and let everyone know about the sun-dried tomato kuatoa coming. Of course, I don't know they're kuatoa, so they'll be
Fish people.
sun-dried fish that probably should be in water.
Are the fish moving when you saw them, or are they like?
Yeah, she saw
They
them
are
walking.
standing and brandishing spears.
Did they see you?
No.
DM,
Yes.
if I were to completely wet my hair, like shove my head underwater for a few seconds, right? How long would my hair stay wet?
Good one, actually.
That's actually a good idea.
Actually, not that long.
Wait. Are you slickening your hair with the seawater?
No, I'm getting my hair wet because
He just wants water because he needs it for spells.
Yeah, I have multiple spells whose
Water.
that requires water as a material component.
Ah,
And since I don't have a cloth to dip in and get wet,
I'm gonna point out, you could look at the 2 tabaxi there. If they got wet, you could just wring them out.
Oh,
They've
yeah,
got a
thinking about
greater.
hair, we're
They've got a
saying
greater
that.
fluid
I
carrying
have found a
capacity.
portable sponge, sir.
I'm just pointing out, they've got a greater water capacity than you do for the surface.
they do. But so I'm gonna. So
Yeah. Okay, it'll work, but you're all noticing it's pretty hot. Like,
Yeah.
it also
the-
depends on how thick your hair is.
Like,
at the very least,
like we're going into a hot summer day, but
Mhm.
it's also
Ugh.
underfoot. The sand is warm.
Oh.
at
this
the
is them.
at the very least, I'm going to use the water that's in front of me right now to
Yeah.
cast armor back at this on myself.
It'll last for a few minutes, wetting your hair, so enough time for a battle.
Okay, that will be my plan then.
Okay.
Armor back at this and then wet my hair to have some sort of water for ice knife.
how long do you think you could keep your mouth shut, which is water in it? Do you think?
Problem is, it's salt water.
He's got
Well, I can
verbal.
breathe water.
Oh.
Yeah, but verbal components.
Yes.
Yeah, so you just spit it onto the ground and use it while it's on the ground.
Well, he could also just let it pull in his hand.
Ah, that'd be gross.
I could.
Just
so
keep
Ice Knife
keep
has
pouring
no
it out into his
verbal.
hand, then put it back in his mouth, and pour it out of his hand.
Ice Knife has no verbal, so I could technically hold water in my mouth.
But that means
Spit a little out.
But that means you
Wha-
have to spit the knife at people.
That's fine.
It'd be kind of cool, actually.
It depends on where the knife forms. If it forms inside your mouth, you're gonna have issues.
No, it specifies it literally needs just a drop of water. So just spit a little in my hand, just trickle it, let it trickle out, cast it. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna
Is there
stick with
just
the wet.
dribbling around the whole time we're on the island?
Hey, Vernon, do you need to wear those boots right now?
I like being tall.
But like, you could just take a boot off and give it to, to Asher so he can hold water in it.
Do you need to wear those
Oh
boots right now?
god! Take the shoe off and just have
Wait,
Vernon's foot in
wait,
it.
wait.
And then
Do you
pour
really-
your
Yes,
water.
Yeah.
Mushi needs to wear those boots right now.
Mushy does, because he can go fast.
Well, he can go normal.
Would the
Yeah,
stiletto
well,
heels be open-toed?
That does
Oh.
bring up the point, though, that we should find the source of water pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well, we can kill those fish people and take whatever they had. Start with that.
Well, that'd be a couple of weapons, but it'd be something if we
but-
can. I mean,
I think we're set. At least we can do this battle. We don't need to worry about that right now. Because those guys are coming towards us.
Hmm.
If you want the shoe, you can have it, but I'm gonna need it back in between battles.
I don't want the shoe.
I mean, it'll just let you hold some water, so that's all right.
I'll stick with my wet hair strategy. For
Rather have the ice knife form in your mouth.
yeah, I'd
Just-
rather choke on my own spell.
Yeah, just remember, Azur, spit, don't swallow.
Oh, Jesus.
See, now I'm just imagining him doing a slow motion hair toss, and the water drop comes off and forms a knife and stabs someone in the forehead.
Yeah, whoever's standing beside him.
It's like a L'Oreal commercial
Yep.
with fucking knives of
Because I
ice.
cast it.
Hey,
Yep, they're-
for these rocks that I picked up, can I just put it as a dart?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
That is
Ooh.
how you sorcerer.
Are darts dex based?
Yes.
Yes.
Thing.
Well, they're finesse, right?
Well, how it works
Or are
is-
they ranged?
They're ranged, but I don't think they're finesse. Nope,
Okay.
they're finesse, range, and thrown.
Yeah, so
Oh.
then you could still use strength.
Oh, I want to get some rocks then.
But could you use strength on the throw, or just if you stab someone with it?
It's finesse, so you can use strength for the throw or
Okay.
the stab.
I thought range might interfere with that.
Well, I mean, it's like, well, I guess thrown is technically. I don't know.
I mean, they're only going 20 feet, really, without disadvantage.
Yeah, it's,
And obviously...
Throwing it
stu-
harder would definitely make it go faster.
And obviously... no proficiency, because they're an improvised weapon.
yeah.
Fine.
Alright, well, I guess I'm
Everyone
gonna
should
arm
have
myself
taken.
a rock.
Yeah, everyone should have taken Tavern Brawler. Why wouldn't you take that colossal feat?
Hmm.
To get that D4.
There
Ah,
we go.
fucking-
I put up rock. I can now throw rock.
Mm-hmm. I got a
I'll
rock.
stick to my finger wiggling.
I'm just gonna hit something with this giant piece of metal I found in the ground.
Well,
I
you'll
mean,
have your chance
it's-
soon. We should get ready to receive them.
Mm.
It's basically a baseball bat length, but the top of it is just a lot of corrosion. Like, you don't get the lovely little, arcing bits off coming off. It's just
Mm-hmm.
a tube that is getting eaten away.
Alright, crab.
Good enough.
You're gonna go here. You're gonna dig in the dirt.
Oh god, is the crab now like the most formidable fighting force on
Yeah.
the party?
Yeah,
Ah, shit.
Just with garbage rolls. Damn it, crab, why can't you be a halfling and re-roll that?
so yeah, he buries himself, legs, and claws. He tries to wedge himself further in, but he turns around and gives you a look, and just seems reluctant.
I know, it's warm and uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's going down there and feeling this feels like a pot.
It's kind of. Didn't you mention the sand gets hotter the deeper you go?
Yeah.
Is it still wet?
Yeah.
Okay, it's just warm water. That's weird.
Well, that's
Just
the thing. The
drop
water
glide.
coming in from the ocean, it's a little bit cool.
Then we should definitely begin moving.
I climbed the wall.
What?
No, in your case, you walk up it.
Oh, true. Just sideways.
Hello there.
Yeah.
Fishy, fishy, fishy.
Hello there. As you look up at these horrifically charred... Stop fucking moving your tokens. Stop moving
Stop
your
it.
tokens. Go back.
How tall is this cliff?
This is about 30 foot. So, on the bright side, they only see Azur and Rainy.
That's
Aw,
Oh no.
Well, you're stealth, but you're also in the open. If you look at the angle of things.
I would have thought the 30-foot cliff would have helped. I guess not.
A bit, but you know what I mean? Look at the angle you're at.
Yeah.
So, let's get that initiative rolling. Aha.
That's fine, though.
But yeah, Zor, you look up and you see fishmen. They're shorter than you by a foot, but the heads are huge, and God, they have just been in the oven way too long.
Gonna be one of those days. Where every other roll is gonna be shit.
Vernon's so willing to fight because he wants to find some mud.
Yeah, it's up here, not in the ground, not in the sand.
He's like, the sooner we finish this, the sooner I can get some mud.
They also notice scuttles, but he's a crab on the beach,
You know,
so they're not
that's
thinking
fair.
much of him. Alrighty, that's everyone, yeah?
Yep.
Alrighty, top of a round, it's Vernon. As you hear them, well, yeah, you only hear them burble and pop, but they're pointing at you, Azor. Whatever they're speaking isn't anywhere close to common.
It's fishman language.
And there is heated gas coming out from their mouth.
Oh,
Maybe I shouldn't charge at them.
Yes, they all have dragon breath.
It could be worse. Let's see. I guess I can have. I'm just gonna go around a little bit and not actually go fight right now. I'm gonna have to get in position on the side of the cliff. Let's see. I can go. The fact that these lines don't line up is really annoying.
Well, I mean, just measure from your character.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Then you can
Okay.
right-click to add a turn. Alright, they see you.
Yes, I am going to stand here on the side of the cliff, and if any of them come in my range, in next to it, I'm gonna fucking hit them.
I mean, you notice they do have quite a lot of spears on them.
Well,
Shitty ones.
that's why I'm kind of peeking underneath the side of the cliff. I'm not actually on top of the ground.
Well, don't forget, you're not attached to it by hands and feet. You're attached to it by feet.
Yes.
So you are sticking out at quite an angle.
I don't know if you answered this, Corvus. Is the cliff sheer, like straight up and down, or
It's a little angled.
like you could still stand on it?
Well, I mean, for you it's not a factor. You got natural climbing speed. For Mushy, like, it's difficult terrain to climb up it.
Okay.
But he'd be able to keep a hold of the place. Azur, I mean,
Oh, wow.
rules as written, yes, because they don't discriminate, but you wouldn't think it looking at him.
Oh wow!
Well, he's a nerd.
rude. Not a nerd.
Alright, so,
What's your strength mod?
10.
Nerd.
10 mod?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super buff tiefling.
Oh, sorry. Base stat is 10. Mod 0.
Okay.
As weak as a peasant.
The crab is gonna move to the left, then back to the right, then down a bit to try and be more of a crab.
Yeah, they've got no interest in the crab. It's a
It's
crab on a
perfect.
beach.
And that's gonna take the dodge action.
Ginny,
It's just gonna be a natural crab.
the perfect camouflage.
So can I get here and hang on without issue and still be able to see them?
I mean, if you want, you can try and act like a natural panther who's just got thumbs. But yeah, you can climb up there and, you know, sort of hide yourself
I'll
away
head
if you
up
want.
to the cliff.
Alright, you are now
And
in
I
full
will-
view.
I will throw a rock.
Okay.
Can I use this on the rock?
It is a weapon.
Cool. This boy right here.
That's a miss. You do tear off a chunk of carbon from him, but he just sort of grins at you. Well, sort of.
Stupid rock.
It's hard to tell.
And I will use the last 5 feet of my movement to just get back down that way.
Well, he saw that come towards him, so he comes towards you. On these weirdly stumpy legs that seem to work perfectly well on land. And this one's going to do... actually, no. It's just going to look at you, Vernon.
I
You
will
see...
look back.
Actually, it's going to walk over here. And on its back, it unloads a big bag, a burlap sack. And tosses at you. It's full of gippers. Oh, that was the GM, but it was a 22.
Wow, it misses. Oh. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, a couple of fish hit you.
Ow.
They're just fish.
That's
They've been
better.
in the sack for a while. They don't have a whole lot of movement to them. This one, however, is going to throw a net at you, Ginny. Does that hit?
Shoot, I forgot to take off all my armor, but
It's just 10 plus your
I'm gonna
dex.
assume yes. Yeah,
Your dex is only +2?
it's +4.
Well, there we go then.
Oh.
So you've got a 14 AC. So it misses. But yeah, as he just throws this net that is just encrusted with all these barnacles on it. It looks like a bad place to be. But still, all of her burbling and popping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As these ones just come running out from where they are. Oh yeah, actually, because Ginny, you were at the top there, you did get a glimpse of something. There was another kind of fishman. This one,
Where?
at the back. As you look at him, though, you can see right through him. You can see bones, internal organs, although they don't look right. And it's just his body is just like a porous, see-through glob. But he's carrying multiple shiny gems on him.
Shiny, shiny.
Shiny. I will point that out to the party. Hey, we got a weird one up there.
Wait a minute, this guy actually didn't have to
As
run.
if the ones we're currently fighting are normal.
This one didn't have to
Yes.
run, so he can toss his spear.
They're just bait.
But he misses Vernon. Oh wait, that was the wrong attack actually, but the modifier's the same. Yeah.
Clear clump thumpins.
Oh, sorry, that was Mushy's turn there. Mushy.
Mushi. Can Mushi see this fish from where he is?
A little bit. He's got some cover. I mean, if you stood a bit further out, like say around here, you'd have a better shot.
What's the range of the rock? So 20 feet.
20.
Okay.
You'll be throwing at disadvantage no matter what, because the cliff is 30 up.
Oh, okay. Mushi will try to climb a bit.
Yeah.
So.
It's just half movement.
Yeah.
So you can make it halfway up.
I want to be there. It's not 20 feet. I just want to get there. That's 15.
Yeah, it's okay.
And then I will throw a rock. Rock throw.
He has a bit of cover, but yeah.
Rock throw. Miss this.
Azur,
That's typical.
Rainy, what are you doing? I keep going a turn
let's
ahead.
see.
Hang on. There we go.
Up.
Put it back in place.
Then going up.
No
20.
movement penalty for the tabaxi because of claws.
Yeah, but I'm still 20 and still up. And then I'm going to toss a rock. And this one. So why not? Let's everyone throw rocks.
Yeah.
Rock.
Azur, what are you doing on your turn?
Oh god, alright.
I mean, we just gotta roll all them 4s and 6s.
I know.
So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. That's 15 feet of movement to here. And I can now see pretty well this guy, and he's gonna be within 60 feet. I'm just gonna shoot a ray of frost at him. Pew.
Yeah, it's a hit.
For a solid 2 damage.
Glorious 2 damage.
Hmm.
It's a good
It
start.
works! It did damage. You're the first one to manage that.
Yep.
Hey. And then I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 this way to get to the bottom of it. Give myself a little bit of cover.
Yeah. Vernon.
Let's see. I'm gonna go step in between these two fishmen, and I'm going to hit this one that's north with my anchor. I
Miss.
think I missed.
A very slight miss.
Damn.
Yeah. You could have always gone reckless.
I mean, I could have, but I was gonna wait until they were all here.
I like that it's called land ho.
First mate scuttles.
Crab does not have climb speed.
Crab is an ambush waiting to happen, though.
It is.
Even though he's in plain view, he's just a crab, so... Because, man, that's still something I had a problem with in Critical Role. Where at one point the familiar was a spider in a house in the middle of a woods, and the moment they saw a spider, they chased after this normal spider in this house in the woods.
As you do.
Alright, Crab is going to hold its action.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, the crab can attack on its own turn. That's right. It will hold an action to attack if any fish gets too close.
Alrighty. Ginny,
It will act as vanguard.
right now you are reminding Mushy and Rainy that they might need to buy a pencil sharpener.
Could I use the rock to hit this
Yeah.
fool? Like,
Yeah, you can
Not
bludgeon
throw
him with
it,
a
just-
rock. This
Yep.
was the first weapon ever made.
It would just be a...
That hits.
Oh, rock counts as finesse?
Yeah, that's a point. It wouldn't be a finesse if you're hitting it close up.
okay, so 10, which is probably not.
Which is a miss. Yeah, sadly. But I mean, hey, if Mushy broke his rock in half, he'd have two, and they'd count as light weapons.
Really?
Well, they'd be lighter than a rock.
I'll use the rest of my minutes to just make some room on the cliff.
Alrighty. Fisherman,
Alright, guys.
it's going well.
Yep.
The only person who's done damage is Azure for 2 damage.
This guy's gonna back away from you, Vernon, since you actually have a weapon.
Can I hit him?
Yeah, you can smack him. He didn't disengage. That's a hit.
What?
-4 nothings.
Did you,
I
Wow.
forgot to put that in. I assume bludgeoning.
Yep. But then, but then whenever you crack him across the jaw, you see all these horrible dried flakes of scales come off him. He reaches into the burlap sack again and tosses a squid at you.
Ah!
There's a 14
Good
hit.
toss.
No.
Then the squid is missed. However, there's more of them. This guy comes up. He's going to fling a spear at you. Hang on, actually. No, it would be... that shouldn't be a disadvantage, so that is an 18, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
That a hit?
Yeah.
There you go, you take 6 piercing and 1 fire. You notice that the metal of it is blackened, so is the actual shaft of it. It is thoroughly cooked like these guys. So that's 7 damage, but hey, there's a spear at hand. It's just
And,
lodged in your chest.
Yeah. Good.
and with one attack, they've done more damage to us than we've done with them.
These guys see you, Azure, saw how you flicked magic.
Oh no.
1, 2,
No, no,
3,
no.
4, 5, 6.
I'm not a threat, I promise.
Yeah, they're gonna have to run at you.
Look at me. Look how squishy I am.
They didn't. They could have at any point just jumped down, but you see their stubby legs and you think, that's why. Let's see here. So that just leaves one more to do an attack. And who's he gonna poke at? No, there we go. For some reason, the tab just kept on moving each time I double-clicked instead of actually opening up.
Oh, I hate that when that happens.
This one looks at you, Jenny. Thinks cat could be delicious. It's gonna try and bite you. With
Wow.
a 21, and keep in mind, they get a +3 on their mods. That's all they're getting. for 5 piercing as this horrible, mangled, very warm jaw just clenches down on your arm.
That's not.
It's awful looking. I didn't think this would be the party wipe.
Well, sometimes, the dice just hate people.
Yep. But now it is
What's
Rainy's
my-
turn.
Now?
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it
You
is.
keep skipping me.
Yeah.
Oh. For some reason it put you... Yeah, weird. Okay, hang on. Mushy's turn
Yeah.
then.
Mushi will try to get up closer to the fish. Do we have flanking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. You know what? I'm going to put the fish at 13 just so there's less issue here.
And then Mushi. Is it still D4 to bash it with a rock?
Yeah,
Okay. So it doesn't change.
but plus your strength.
It's okay. It's fine. With advantage because I'm flanking now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a hit.
For
And you-
9.
Oh man, you beat him halfway to death with nothing but a rock.
I'm quite disappointed that you don't have 2 macros, one for throwing and one for physically hitting.
No one ever
'cause
makes enough
it'd be
macros
rock,
for their attacks. No one likes
It'd
it.
be rock throw and then rock smash.
That's true.
Then you go full Pokemon.
Hmm
I have
I
so
was
many-
thinking about that when I put rock throw. And I
Rocked?
think that's it.
Please don't.
Alright. Now it is Azura's turn. Or Rainy's turn. Why
Okay.
is it rejig them? Hang on. Well, I'm pretty sure that Rainy will have more decks.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so Rainy's turn first.
Okay, well, I'm gonna come back down. To at least provide a little support here. And, how... spacing's so weird. Alright, and...
They moved their
I'm
full
gonna-
distance, sadly.
I'm gonna rock.
Because I was fine with them going right up to the crab, because it's a crab, but they didn't actually have the Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yep, that's my crab. That's my roll.
Tonight was not the night for us to lose all our weapons.
Azure!
Now really am naked and afraid.
Yeah, I've got the feeling you should all just remake the rock.
Azure's going to basically turn and book it towards the water. Then once he gets like his feet in the water, he's gonna scoop down, just pick some up, and then throw an ice knife at this
Good.
boy. Oh fuck. Okay, well.
Ah, and you still have a +6? No.
We might have to
I
do it.
was willing to bet on Azure for damage.
There's still the cold damage.
I don't think that happens if it misses.
It does.
It
Does it?
does,
It
because
still
the knife
explodes.
still explodes.
Okay.
With that 10, no, with a 10.
They still get the save against it, though.
You do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Saber stuck.
check here. I'm not as familiar with Kuatoa's other monsters, so I just need to
They
check
have-
for...
They
Spell
have
card.
fairly high dex from what I've seen.
14 is a decent DC, though.
JK. Here we go. A Kraken. Ah, yes. Ah, good. Thankfully, PO's wrong.
Oh, good.
They have no dex mod. But they still save.
Matter. Jesus.
I mean... There was a good chance of it.
I'm just gonna mark off my spell slot now.
That's the spell slot, too. Oh, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sucks.
Oh boy.
It's like, oh yay, AoE damage I can cast. Oop.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I forgot about this guy, but... actually, he probably would have waited for this one. Vernon.
Mm-hmm.
The translucent one is approaching, and there's also all these other cooked ones.
Does he look cooked, too, or just translucent?
There's a lot of... Like, he seems sort of... Like there's light coming out of him.
Ah, he's the one who's cooking him.
So what are you doing on your turn?
I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish off this little fucker.
You may want to rage.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is now the time to rage.
Yeah, this is the time to rage. Maybe even go reckless. I've been rolling 20s. I don't think it matters if they've got advantage.
True. But I think I can finish him without it. I think I got this. I think I got this.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that.
I think I got this.
Yeah.
Actually, am I proficient with my punching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have a +5 instead of a +3. I wonder
But
if
you
4
also-
damage would finish him off.
Well, the problem is you. The problem. Well, that's a hit, but I don't.
Yeah.
You don't get your proficiency. You don't get your rage bonus. If you're doing unarmed,
Oh.
it
I
specifically
thought
says you have
did.
to hit him with a
You
weapon.
get it for like any damage you deal.
Pretty sure it says a weapon attack.
Let's see.
Don't forget your zealot dice and whatnot.
True. Yeah, I haven't done all my
Oh,
all my
when you
math.
make a melee weapon attack using strength.
Yeah.
So if an unarmed attack is considered a melee weapon.
It's not considered a weapon.
Okay.
That's why paladins also can't smite barehanded.
Ah. Yeah, that's come up before with paladins.
Oh god.
Damn,
So
that was
it's
I rolled
so it's a
two ones.
5 plus 1.
Yeah.
No, no,
Yeah,
wait a minute.
so I
Hang
rolled
on.
two
It's not a
ones.
5 plus 1. Sorry, it's
Imagine smiting
It's
with
6
a
plus 1.
bare hand. You're just holy slapping people.
Backhand slap would be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Your
you manage to
Iron
just
Fist.
yeah. It doesn't really seem to have a neck, but you think you managed to smack it to the side, and it drops down dead and crispy.
Tasty.
There is a surge of heat pouring out from the corpse. Nothing damaging. It's just
Okay.
all your toes are very toasty right now.
That's why I wore the boots. So.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm gonna move. Now I'll move here.
Okay. First mate Scuttles, you have advantage because no one's paying attention to the crab.
Alright. Then I'm just gonna take the advantage instead of trying to charge for more damage. So,
That's a hit. Finally. For 9 smashing. Once again, blood starts to crack and ooze out. Although it is congealed, there's not a lot of moisture in this fish. Their blood seeping, well, their ichor seeping out like a thick sludge. I don't have that reaction thing? No, that's on your turn.
yeah.
Alright, Ginny.
I'll breathe down a rock and throw at this.
Yeah, this guy here by Vernon.
Yep.
I like to imagine that you're not actually breathing on the rocks, you're like coughing up a hairball.
I like to imagine he breathes on them and then throws them like a die.
Well, as we've seen right now,
Just kind of like the blow.
as we've seen
Yeah.
right now, he's just not used to throwing rocks and he keeps on releasing at the wrong time. He lets go before the full extension. Because, yeah, that's a miss.
Yep.
Gonna,
Just like everything else.
gonna
And
point out...
I'm
I'm just gonna point out because Vernon also... Well, actually, no, Vernon wouldn't have done it. I suppose... Well, he would have, actually. There is a spear here.
Yeah.
There's also a spear here.
Yeah.
Yep.
After the
Sticking
battle.
out of his
I think
chest.
you can keep it after the battle.
Why don't you just swing your torso around and see if you can smack it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Could I pick up that spear or no?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Alright.
It's a free action.
Yeah, I'll just pick it up.
This one is finally done with his burlap sack. Instead, he's going to draw out his... He also has a barnacle-encrusted net. He's going to throw it on you, Vernon.
Damn.
Net.
Wow.
Dang.
Fuck. Jesus.
So you're restrained and you take 1 slashing, well, which is reduced to 0. Because you're raging.
Cool.
But you are restrained.
Is it an action to break out of that?
Or someone else could try and cut you open.
Well, I have advantage on the check, so.
Yeah, but, you're also powerhouse. However, this one's going to come across and stick you like a pig. And it's got advantage.
Stick.
And it's the first time they've missed.
Jeez. I hope my macros are right. I don't know if they're going to be right.
Yeah, this one's just going to wait for a superior. Although he's going to throw a spear if anyone gets within 20 feet. He looks braced and ready to chuck it. Oh, wait a minute. The one's by the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nope,
this
nope,
one didn't
those are
like
fine.
being attacked by a crab, so it's going to try and stab him. And fails.
Nope.
This one, however, saw magic being done.
Oh.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As he walks past the naked Catwoman, which shows that they don't have their priorities, right? And is he within 20? I think he is. Yep. He's gonna throw it for you. And miss. Finally, they're getting your rolls. Also, the crab does get an attack of opportunity if you want it.
Yes. Crab will definitely take that attack of opportunity.
That's a miss, sadly. He clips for the feet, but doesn't quite get the Achilles. It was Mushy's turn. Go ahead. I keep on clicking too
Mushi
quickly.
is going to look at Vernon and the spear that's in his chest.
Just
There's
rip it
there's
out.
also-
Pull it out,
Out of his
pull it
chest.
out.
Must.
There's also a spear right there.
Yeah,
I
there's...
thought Jinyao had it.
You could take it off him. You look at him, he's a weedy thing.
You could ask for it.
You could grab the net. I
No,
wouldn't,
no.
but
Yeah,
I
you
could.
can get use on it too.
Just rip it out of
Is
Vernon's
it? Is the net
chest.
dex based?
No, it's a thrown
It's
weapon,
thrown.
but it's
So-
crap.
Yeah, it just does no damage. It just restrains.
Well, in this case it does a D4
How-
slashing, but that's it.
Yeah.
However, you could also net him and just yeet him off the cliff. If you're on
Yes.
fire.
Yes, you could.
You don't need a net to do that.
Would help.
It's cool.
You're a big dwarf. They are fishmen, who
well,
are bigger than you, but they're weedy limbed.
Throw the corpse on the one down below.
What if I miss?
Throw Vernon
It's
on
cool
that.
anyway.
You never know until you try.
Just garbage bag throw him down the cliff.
Or you could rip the spear out of the stabbed man.
and stab someone with it.
Mushi's gonna look at Vernon, like, look at the spear, look at Vernon, look at the spear, look at Vernon.
Vernon will shimmy around in his net, just fucking angry.
Oh man, that's a point.
it.
No one can get you. Well, no, Ginny and Rainy could get you out. They're the only source of slashing damage.
you know you want
What?
to.
For one, Mushi's gonna take the spear out.
Yep. So now you have a
Vernon.
spear that can do a D6
No,
or a
and then
D8.
for 2 he won't.
Ah.
Oh, he's not going to.
Oh,
Okay, Mushi is dumb. What are you gonna do next?
Mushi, he doesn't want to like hurt his friend. He's not gonna do that.
He wouldn't even
I know
notice.
this
He was
man.
pissed off.
You currently have in your hand a rock and a branch. What you could have instead is a spear.
But like, he doesn't want to hurt anyone.
But look at
In a battle.
Look at it this way. What you do to Vernon is likely not going to hurt as much as what these guys are going to do.
He's currently frothing at the mouth. He won't even feel it.
Okay. Is this a wall right here? Could I
Yeah,
stand
but you
there?
could stand on it, yeah.
Okay.
It's a mostly broken away wall and eroded.
Okay. Mushi's gonna grab the spear. Stand here.
As a reveal of these bits.
Fernand's gonna fucking scream. Blood curdling, angry. Yeah!
You don't even feel it.
so much pain.
He was screaming anyway. It was the
So
point.
now you have a spear which can do a D6 of piercing or a D8 if you two-hand it. And you've not got a shield, so you might as well fucking two-hand it.
Yeah. He's gonna two-hand.
You can just drag a spear off a compendium.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Compendium, spear, look for weapon, and then just drag it onto your sheet. Not proficiency, remember.
Yeah,
Spear.
I always do that. on accident.
Okay.
I am the big dumb.
The 7 hit.
Yeah, 13 hits.
Did I say 7?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Who are you
You know.
poking?
the one in front of me.
Alright, one directly in front. Yeah. You shank him bad. He was not expecting his own tool to be used against him.
What? Heresy.
You spear yourself a fish. Now you just need to spear a little chunk of ham, a little chunk of pineapple, and maybe tomato or an olive.
Sounds good.
What
Except
star
this,
is that?
except this fish speaks and is insane and has thumbs. Anyway, Rainy. Or do you
Right.
want to action surge, Mushy?
Not yet.
Don't you also have battle master abilities?
Yeah, I don't want to use them on a fish.
You guys are tough as hell.
Are
You
they?
can take a short rest.
Yeah, this is like, now is the time to use it.
Oh. Okay.
This battle has gone on longer than it should have.
It's been like an hour.
Okay. I will do a distracting strike then.
Yes, please.
So
Roll your
Brennan
dice.
can have advantage if it's still alive. For
It's
another
dead! Isn't that great? By using your resources in battle, the time to use them, you killed it!
Have you seen that Vine or like that video from ProZD where he's saving ethers? That's me with these maneuvers.
Rainy,
Beat the game with
Yes,
Nine
I know the video.
you have things you can do. Do you want to do them?
Yeah, but I see it moved me to where I was
mean-
going to.
Mushi could have also action surged an attack we ever do, hit him, and then use another superiority dice. I'm just pointing that
Alright.
out.
I'm going to rock at this one.
Okay.
See if I can distract it. And I renamed rock, so let's see if that helps. No.
Hmm.
And I'm going to use my bonus to order crab.
Yep.
Go crab.
That's a
Crab
hit.
can do it.
It's a
Yeah,
good
crab.
chop. There's some serious thick sludge pouring out from the ankle of this one. But he's not dead just yet.
Did I dwarf it?
No, no, no.
Nah.
Not that close. Any movement?
I already did my movement.
Okay. Azur.
Okay.
He's getting closer.
He is getting closer, and I do not appreciate.
And you just see a rock sail behind his head. You also hear Vernon roaring out to the skies in anger.
I'm going to start by Ray of Frosting him, or at least attempting to. Fucking hell.
Why is this battle? What the hell is going on?
What is going on?
I've secretly swapped all the players' dice with D4s. How long until they notice?
It's definitely working.
It's just rolled 20. It's just
Wait a
being
sec.
extra spiteful today.
Well, I mean, you saw I was hitting you guys all the time, and then I was getting 10s and lower.
True.
I mean, there's one bad guy in the dome, so you don't really need to draw a box.
Well, I'm making sure I can reach, so I could have reached from here, I think, right? Because it's a 15. No, couldn't have. I have to be here.
Don't
Anyway.
forget, you can move after your action, too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a step forward, spend 2 sorcery points to bonus action Thunder Wave. Just fuck this dude up. I was hoping I could slow him and then do that.
Jeez.
God damn it.
Oh.
All right. It's still 6.
At least that one's half damage, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it all in the open. You're seeing these are the rolls.
Yeah.
Imagine how annoyed you'd be if you couldn't see these rolls. Would any of you call bullshit?
I might just be sad.
I would definitely question it. And then Azure's just gonna start, wading out.
So little
the
trust in me
water.
as a DM for some reason. You just run away in the water, where no way can the fish fight you on water.
Well,
He's just waiting out there.
it's
He's not
more
waiting,
about
he's walking on it.
distance.
One,
How
two.
deep is it out there?
It's the ocean.
No, I mean, like, where exactly?
Yeah, from where he is, that's probably about 10, 15 feet until you can touch ground. It's a pretty steep...
Here comes.
Well, here comes a shark. Megalodon. The translucent one jiggles and wobbles its way. Each time it slaps its foot down, you see a reverberation going through its whole form. Even the internal organs seem to wibble and wobble in a fluid way.
It's kind of gross.
They don't seem to hold together. And you can just see through its, like, translucent eyelids, the eyes are just roving everywhere. But then it reaches down, pulls up one of its necklaces, which is a horrible, cracked, green, misshapen gem. Let me just hear... Yeah, here we go. Holds it up, and there is a bright flash of green light. So, gonna need some wisdom saves. From you, Free, on the cliff.
Oh boy. I am ready.
Yeah!
No.
Yep.
Oh, 5.
Can I use that?
Ginny, you are not scared of the light. You have to meet the
That's also
DC.
safe.
Yeah. Which means no damage for you, but 4 radiant damage on those two.
Ow.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't resist radiant damage either.
No. I'm losing a lot of health at this point. I think it's all the blood leaving my body.
If only you'd used a spear. And yeah, it shatters its jaws. To which all of the other Kuatoa still alive respond in another chattering and burbling. There's a lot of frothing pops of steam.
Gross.
Vernon, you're in a net.
Yeah, I think I should probably try to fix that first thing. It's just a strength save, right?
Except you're frightened.
Strength check.
Oh, yeah. What
So
exactly does it
it's-
affect my saves?
Well,
No, it's not a save. It's
it's a check, so
Yeah.
it'd be just a straight roll. 'Cause
Strength
you
or
have
athletics.
I
advantage,
do, yeah.
because you have advantage from raging, but disadvantage from being scared.
so you can click your athletics button.
Fuck, I'm just gonna jump off the fucking cliff.
You can't. You're restrained. You've got 0 movement.
I can fall on my side and roll down, right? I mean, I'm on a cliffside.
I'll allow it, but just remember this is a net covered in sharp barnacles.
I do resist that damage, though.
True, but it's also I'm going to be doing it every 5 feet as you roll in this net full of sharp objects.
How many feet do I have to go down?
30.
Thirty.
I could probably live with that. Bonus action.
Is there a
Continue to be
material
angry,
component
like
for
I-
cure wounds?
No.
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 Well, you're lucky there, then. Just remember, the 2 cats are your only source of healing here.
And short rests.
Are you going to be the dumb?
No, I'm just gonna sit here because I can't do anything else.
Good. First mate scuttles.
Crab. You can do it, Crab. Please do it, Crab.
You know, I thought this would be a
Damn
nice
it, Crab!
for my fight. Ginny.
This is gonna be the whole session.
Christ. I'm gonna see as you're out in the water all by. So I'm just gonna throw a rock at this one.
I mean, you have a spear as well.
But if you throw the
You also have your
I don't trust him to throw a spear.
you also have your claws.
oh, true.
Not that you'd need to cut anything open.
Nah, it's fine.
Just a hint.
Would that be a bonus action to do,
Nah,
or
it'd be a proper attack. Like it's literally just you attacking it instead of doing a strength check for it.
Do I want to save him, or do I want to save the tiefling?
I would save him as you do
Be fine.
have
To
a
be fair,
burbling here.
if Azor was a girl tiefling, Vernon would agree to save the tiefling.
Yeah.
I'm undamaged. I have armor of Agathis, so if it does hit me, it's taking damage. I'll be fine.
Slash.
He
Well,
said hopefully.
Roll an attack, yeah. You almost cut through the net. A net has 5 HP.
Oh god. That was max damage.
Oh god. Sadly, you can't breathe in your claws. They're not a weapon.
Actually, they do. They're natural weapons. So he can breathe on them.
However, psychic damage won't do shit against a net.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's the fish turns. This one receives a gift from what you expect is the leader, as he brings out a leathery sling. He winds it up and throws at Mushy.
And there's the pitch.
Misses.
And there's the pitch.
However, you notice that what launched from it was a small stone, but full of fire. Just blazing as a fireball. Which sails over and lands in the sand near here. Alright, now for the rest of them. So, I mean, this one has been told, so he's just gonna fucking stab Vernon. Does a 15 hit Vernon?
It does not.
Wow, he's actually tough. 1, 2... Azure, Rainy, you watch as this thing puts its foot too close to the shore. The water touches and you hear a horrendous sizzle. And it recoils back in horror and pain. These fish can't swim. What he can do is try to chuck a spear at you.
Hooray! I'm gonna be okay, maybe.
Well,
15!
That hits.
You take 4 damage. Well, actually, you take 3
takes-
damage.
Okay, he takes 10 cold.
Does it apply on ranged attacks?
I believe so.
It is a magical armor. Melee attack.
Oh, God. That's unfortunate. Oh, well.
Yep, so you just take 3 damage. But you've got a spear.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. Go splash. This one's going to try and skewer the crab, because it's nearly dead. 13,
Nope.
does that hit Scuttles? Nope. Let's
Nope.
see, what do we have here? Okay, that's it for them. Mushy.
Mushi is... Which one is the one that feared us? That one? Okay.
Yeah, the translucent one.
I'm gonna try to hit this.
Alright, your disadvantage.
Alright. 14
Hits
for 9.
for 9. It's a good hit. It's not a kill, but it's a good hit.
That's fine.
Or you could roll a dice.
I don't want to use another one. I want to fight the one over there, but I'm frightened.
Or you could kill this one and he's no longer holding the net.
Oh, okay.
This 99 ethers over here.
What
I'm
if I
fighting the
need 'em
last boss.
later?
I could need this Mega Elixir afterwards.
What if there's a secret boss?
Those are always tougher.
I used to think the same way, but then I remembered if I don't use it now, I might not get a chance to not
Yes,
use it later.
that is exactly it.
Can't reload our save here.
You're the person who played Final Fantasy IX and didn't use a Phoenix down on the tree. Because you didn't want to use up the Phoenix down.
Final Fantasy 9.
Yeah, 9 there's a boss you can kill just by using a Phoenix down.
There are quite a few of those in Final Fantasy.
Okay, I will try to free.
And I know
Him
some
from
people
the
have fought them
net.
legitly because they didn't want to use up a Phoenix down.
Those people are weird.
It happens. People have giant crab syndrome.
They're
For the
they're
6.
really cheap. Phoenix.
It's
Downs.
gonna be the menacing attack.
Doesn't even need it. It's dead.
Okay.
Again, Mushy, you spear through. You go through the teeth. They crack and break off and through the head. Then you give it a little shake and it just slumps.
Yay, everyone up there
and-
can have a weapon now.
And then I will do the whiz save. Wisdom.
Yep.
Yay!
You're no longer afraid of him.
Why would I ever be afraid of a clear fish? That's silly.
To be fair, it was more of a gem and the radiant light that burst out and stung your eyes.
Why would I ever be afraid of a clear fish? That's
Do you want to do
silly.
some movement?
No, I thought because it's the end of the turn with the whiz save.
Okay. Rainy,
All right.
Do you want to throw your stone?
Yes, I'm gonna throw my stone. Will it hit this time? I doubt it. No, it hit.
It hits!
The
Right in the back of the
disappointment
head.
in your voice.
Oh,
Yeah,
Max
throw my
damage.
stone.
Hang on. You're gonna have to move a little bit, but you've got the movement for it.
Yeah.
A good solid 8 bludgeoning as a stone lodges in the back of its head. It barely takes notice. It's definitely nearly dead, but you think you probably crushed a bit that would have responded.
All right. Here we go. Got the scuttles. Okay, no, you don't.
Don't got this. Azure.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
Did it seem to take like actual physical damage from the water, or was it more of like a just this is uncomfortable sort of a thing?
It looked like if it had kept its foot in there, it might have gotten hurt. But, you know, it flinched and recoiled very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay.
Tsunami!
I can't do that just yet. Or ever, I don't think. I don't think I get access to that. But I'm gonna get all the way up here, right next to my buddy.
Just trying to push him.
Actually, I'm gonna move there, so that it's more of a diagonal, right? And I'm not
Underwear.
gonna try to push him. I'm gonna check that this does what I think it does. And I have a better chance instead of pushing, because I'm, as you said, a nerd with weak, flabby arms. I'm just gonna, whew.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Gust. A
That's a fun
strength
one.
saving throw. Let me just double check for strength. Okay. You've got a chance here.
I do. That's my
You've got a chance. It's kind of weird it doesn't list the DC for this one, been against a spell card.
Yeah, I would imagine it's my DC, so 14. Damn it.
Always.
I should have just attacked. I was trying to be clever and have some fun.
It was a good idea.
Ah,
It's a fine concept. Execution is lacking. But it's not your fault.
okay.
It's the 20-sided dice saying, fuck you, Azure.
Alright. That's my turn. Fuck you, 20-sided die.
It's time of the clear fishman. Didn't like how you shook out of that, Mushy. It wanted you to cower.
Okay.
So instead it brings up another gem. This one pointier. And it's going to try to shine it on you. Let's see. Yeah, just normal. Good. But as you see, as you see it glow, and then a piercing beam of radiant light surges past your head.
Oof.
You think that could have been nasty?
Probably.
Okay. Vernon.
Did the guy drop? Did you said the guy who had the net dropped, so he doesn't hold the net anymore?
I mean, you're still in the net, but you're not at the mercy of anyone.
Right. God, I can't get closer to those guys either. So.
Oh, wait a minute.
I guess
Did you have your turn after being frightened?
I don't. I think I tried to get out of the net and failed.
Yeah,
So, that was
so
my turn.
roll a wisdom save.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Never mind,
I,
you're still
I think I'm
frightened
gonna
for
wait till
this
the battle's
turn.
over for me to get out of this.
Just sit
Just
down,
chill.
wait, let Mushy handle this. The dwarf's got
Yeah, I
it.
think he's got this. He's not
Nah.
afraid. I'm just gonna sit down and try to roll again. Get rid of this fucking. Fuck. Can I try a little bit?
Do you want to?
Okay.
Do you want to try and break out of a net?
Yeah, I might as well.
I'll let you try that. Sadly, it's disadvantage now because I think you've lost your rage.
Yeah.
Because even with
Yeah.
advantage, I don't think he stabbed you. You break out of the net.
I walk down the cliff.
You
There's
stand there
two
because you
things
got your
up here.
shoes.
I can't go towards them.
Yeah, he
Just
can't. He's
stay in
frightened.
there.
This should get me, like, if I crouch down, this should get me mostly out of range of, like, a spear, right?
Yeah, you're pretty much covered. First mate Scuttles.
Oh boy.
Come on, MVP. You got this.
I hope he does.
I don't. I think Mushy's the only one with the MVP rating, although it took encouragement.
No.
Wow.
What is this?
That's a second natural one.
Chitty?
Uh, fuck. I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna try and save Azure with a rock.
Azure's pretty much got it together.
Fine.
You just missed a little bit of wind.
He's honestly fine.
Yeah.
And you didn't help anyway. Yeah, that's a miss.
It's unfortunate.
I'm just gonna kick the dirt right where I am.
It's okay,
Yeah.
buddy. It's been rough on all of us.
I went from rage to sadness.
I've hit only once, but it was max damage, so I'm fine.
I've been in a net this whole fucking battle.
You've still hit something.
Mushy,
Yes.
does a 19 hit.
Yes, it hits.
As once again he uses a sling, you see a small stone form in the actual sling itself before bursting into flames on contact with air.
Owie.
Simon would be so disappointed in us.
Yeah.
I don't
He
know
really
about
would,
you.
actually,
Mushi's doing
that's to be
some-
fair.
Mushy is doing some damage with this spear
Yeah,
now.
Mushy would be getting past. The rest of you, oh, you're all failing right now. Rainy, this would
Azure
drop your
feels
grade.
chill on the back of his neck of just Simon just staring at him.
I'm just saying, Vernon and Jenny, at this point, you would have failed.
It's not my fault.
It's not your fault, but Simon also doesn't care. You're not
I'm
doing
just-
as good as he could.
I wish they just
That's
take
how
me for
Simon works. Mushy, your turn.
Mushy is going to go to the clear fish and try to stab.
You can do it.
You
got
actually
this.
can. It's really easy, yeah.
Yay!
That's a hit.
For 8.
Almost a
and
crit,
he's gonna
too.
use a. I know, so sad. He's gonna use a maneuver menacing attack.
Good. I like that one.
There you
It's one of
go.
my favorites.
And then another.
There
2
we go.
damage.
Okay. He is
Dang.
not scared.
Then he will action surge.
Good.
To.
Are you sure you're not going to need it later?
This is the boss. I think I'm okay.
This isn't the boss.
That's never
We're
hit.
down to 98 meters, guys.
They're just-
As you stab in, though, you notice, yeah, all those bones and organs you can see, they are fluid. They are shifting around your stabs.
Oh, I don't like it.
Everything
Gross.
inside is just gelatinous and weird.
Disgusting. Can
Number
I
9
do
damage?
another? Wait. Can
Yeah.
I do another?
If you have the
maneuver?
dice.
Okay. Again, another menacing attack.
Trying to remember, do you start with 4?
I have 4.
Yes,
Yeah.
you start with 4.
Don't have Malico sheet on hand right now.
For another.
Gonna go menacing attack.
6.
Another 6 damage.
Heck yeah.
It's hurting them well.
And then this is the menacing attack.
I mean, I could have been a dick and given resistance to piercing because he's just a jelly blob, but what's the point? He is still not
Dang.
afraid of you.
Jeez.
I mean, he saw me be afraid of him, so I guess it's fair.
This man has no fear.
Also, quite clearly, has no dick. Because you can see everything on the function of this thing. It's got bones, muscles, veins all floating in there, and there's a lot less than there should be in a living creature.
Gross.
Rainy. Do you want to
Alright.
chuck a stone? I mean, you'd probably have a better chance just trying to cat claw this guy.
I actually have a lower modifier for that.
I don't think that'll matter in this case.
You say that.
What did you say that? But look how
Yeah.
you rolled.
That's another miss.
8 would have been a miss either way.
True. Oh no.
Okay, crab. Nope.
Jesus.
Currently, Azure and Mushy, they were the star pupils.
How the tables have turned.
Well, no, Azure got one of the highest grades.
Undeserved.
Him and Rainy
Alright.
were the cream.
Azure's gonna try to fry the fish a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
There
Aha!
you go.
2.
Two with 2.
You've halved his health.
So sad.
I did not expect this fight to go so long.
After this.
We're just keep rolling so badly.
You've washed up, you're a bit disorientated, it's hot, I understand. It's just a pain.
I had a so if I hit, right,
Yeah.
I would have had a 50-50 chance to kill him. Actually, a little bit more so, because 4 or more would have killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go, boys.
Maybe want to
least you
scrunch
hit.
down some sorcery points for a bonus action?
I don't get those back in a long rest. That's different than a superiority die.
It's
But
up to you. Okay. It's time for a translucent fish man. Let me see here. Yes, what he drags out is something a little bit different. Well, actually, it's just the gem again. But let's see here. But he doesn't actually... Like, you don't see the light growing in it properly. It begins to grow a ruddy... let's see here. Did I actually put this on here? Yes, there it is. Okay. Nope, that was the wrong move. Okay, I forgot to put the spell on this guy. So we're just going to use the glimmering gem again. And hope. But I have to roll it again because it's a ranged attack. Never mind.
Yeah, that hit.
Mushi, you take 9 radiant damage.
ow.
Okay.
And that was a low roll.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh.
Oh, that was a low roll.
But it's also...
Oh no.
Well, actually,
Oh wait, you can make a dex save.
why did I put a dex save on that? It's an attack roll.
Oh.
I
The
clicked
knife
the wrong
that
bit.
Sugar used also had that.
Let's see here. Ah, okay, that's why. It's meant to just be an inherent dex save instead of an attack roll.
Ah.
Ah.
So, Mushi, go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, I hadn't clicked off the default attack. I noticed that because I had no modifier sitting in there.
It doesn't change anything.
It doesn't, but at least we know it's fair.
Yes.
Vernon,
Personally, I
Oh.
don't think anything about any of this is fair.
hang on. He's actually got an extra ability. As he calls
Ah.
out to the deep, which makes his buddy immediately shank the closest thing to him.
Wow.
In fact, all his buddies do that, Azure.
Oh.
Fun.
Yep.
Cool.
Playing with the dead ones.
So,
Let's do
first one, this one's on Mushy.
Oof.
Nice. For 5 damage. This one's on Scuttles. Miss. And this one's on Azure.
That'll hit, and he'll take. Now he'll take the damage.
Now he's dead.
Yeah.
Yay!
I had to kill him myself. But you do take 4 damage.
I tried.
Yeah.
You know.
No, it's good. It's good. This is why you put Armor of Agathis on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murder. Death.
As just the ice just surges through him, starts to break apart in him, and you just see him flail. Falling back into the water and just fucking burning up. Like, he ignites. It's not a pleasant smell. Like, it's fish, but it's also something very different. It's like third cooked fish.
Refried fish.
Vernon.
I guess I'll just keep running away from the thing I'm terrified of, because
You don't
think I can
have to
actually
go
get
away from him.
here. Yes.
But yeah, if you go down here, you won't be in sight of him.
Right. And I should be able to hit the other fishman if I
Yeah,
line up with Scuttles.
because you won't be at disadvantage.
Yeah.
And I'm going to point out, this would be a great time to go Reckless.
Yeah, Reckless is... Yeah, I'm gonna go Reckless.
Yeah.
Not Rage, but Reckless. Fucking...
Jesus
Hey.
Christ!
Yeah, well, wouldn't have mattered.
Do you want to go extra Reckless?
Yeah.
I'll let you have one
Sure,
more
I-
roll,
I
but in
added my
exchange, if he hit...
attack roll.
But, here's the thing. I'll have you have one more roll, but if he hits you, it's a crit.
I'm low. I don't want to take any more damage.
Alright, just leave it the first mate Scuttles. He's been dueling with him for 4 rounds.
I'm just remembering how good he did at the first battles we had.
To be fair, he's not been scratched much himself.
He hasn't been hit once. Neither of these titans will surrender.
It's
the
just
sandy
art.
ring.
It's just a ballet seeing the two of them. It's like a prequel trilogy lightsaber fight. Tons of
Alright.
spinning. That's a hit! Just! And finally, just as Vernon came down and took a swing, Scuttles looked at him and thought, I can do better, I can do better.
No.
Scuttles around and just, both claws come out and just cut off the feet.
I'm just imagining him drifting around on the sand.
Yep, you see him just staggering around with his little peg legs before just falling dead from blood loss.
Let's see, that was
And you just see the figure slowly deflate a bit.
15 feet. So.
Ginny!
I'm gonna move up here. Actually, sorry. This grid. Yeah, here's fine, I guess.
That's why I just use your pointer, really. Or, you know, arrow keys.
And I'll just throw at this guy here.
Okay.
Blow on the rock, see if that does anything.
No.
All that work Simon did to give the team confidence. Utterly out the fucking window.
Well, to be fair,
Ginny's gonna be like, I miss my bow, and just kick the wall again.
What were you going to say, Pio? To be fair, at least they had weapons?
I don't know. Mushi's feeling pretty good with this fight.
We'll see about that.
You got a dice now.
yeah, it's just mostly, but the dice have been something else.
Unforgiving.
Yeah.
This one also pulls out his net and throws it at Mushy.
Oh no, no, not another net.
15 hits.
Yeah.
Take 1 slashing damage, and you're now restrained.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh, yep, that's the last Kuatoa alive. Mushy. You're in a net.
What,
It sucks.
yeah. What can?
It stinks of
Mushi
salt
do?
water. You can do a strength, an athletics roll to break free.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, athletics.
You can do it.
Athletics.
And you bust out of
Yeah.
it.
Is
Basically
that
what
the-
happened is he threw it onto you, but you're a dwarf, so you just keep pushing it off.
I think that's my action, right? So
It
I
is,
can't do
yeah.
anything else.
You can
Yeah,
second wind.
Oh yeah, I can second wind. Where's my second wind? Did I make a macro for that? I did not.
Plus 10, D10 plus 3 then.
Aren't we a level 4?
Yep.
Oh, you are level 4, yeah. Rating.
8.
Right?
Terrible. But you get something.
15 and 15 up the cliff. So more about here.
You could always
Right.
use your feline agility.
That is true. See, that's double movement speed?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 15. Then let's see, that's hitting the wall for 20. Then it's 20 more. 25. No, 35, 55. And 5 more, so. Yes, I actually make it up. Now to.
To watch the rock sail past his head.
Pretty much. I'm going for the sunburnt boy. Yep.
This is just like Nimona in the Duergar mine. Everyone's been cursed that way. Nothing above a 10.
Yeah.
Maybe
Azure.
rocks aren't weapons.
Alright. So this is difficult to get up, right? Difficult terrain?
Yeah, it's a whole dash action to get up it.
Okay. So I can move
Because it's 30 feet
5
up,
feet.
so you have to use a dash.
Alright, so I'll dash and I'll get to right.
The lip of
there.
it, basically, yeah. But hey, you don't have a fishman on you. Instead, you just peek over and you just see this horrible burnt fish head staring at you.
Gross.
Here's a
Dead
little,
eyes.
Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Because everyone had a Billy Bass, right? Those horrible wall mountings that sing at you.
I saw someone replace one of those with an Alexa, so it was.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, I
let's
would
see.
get one of those.
Ginny, you also saved along with Mushy, right? On the wisdom
For
save.
the what?
Yeah, you two both
For-
saved. I think. Yeah.
I think Ginny got to save it off at first, and then
I saved
she got it
after.
later.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ginny met the DC. So
I
yeah.
saved from the
Okay.
original attack.
So once again, he brings out the big chunky one and flashes that. So everyone except Mushy and Ginny have to roll.
Okay.
And Vernon, you're out. You're not able
This
to.
is wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah.
Wisdom.
Ah.
Uh,
This is gonna go so well.
It's gonna go
Scuttles,
so-
Scuttles and Vernon
Oh,
don't.
hey!
Have to, Scuttles and
Hey!
Vernon don't have to roll actually.
Hey!
Hey,
Correct.
Crit on a save of all things.
Vernon doesn't have to roll because he's still afeared of it.
Oh yeah.
Nicely done.
Oh,
Nicely
yeah.
done. No damage on you two.
Look at that. We actually you know.
Yeah, we
Rolled
rolled
well.
above 10. It's amazing.
rolled twice in a row.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's
Well,
see.
that's because rock throw was a 4 and the damage was a 1.
That's all he's got this time. Vernon,
So I can't see it. I can get
you can,
closer
you
as
can
long
get closer
as I
to the
can't see
wall,
it,
yeah.
right? Okay. So I guess I'll start climbing the wall.
It's time to make a choice.
Let's see. I can get about halfway up.
Give me a wisdom save.
Okay, let's do this. Yeah. It's only a
Scuttles!
-1.
Oh man.
It's only a -1, that's the great thing.
You
We
okay?
have
Eleanor?
spent an hour and a half here.
Scuttles will channel his ancient being.
Against 5 normal Kuatoa, well, 6 slightly different Kuatoa and 1 leader dude. I can run fast combats. I've had multiple combats per session.
No.
It's just, you guys need to hit.
Let's see.
These guys have an AC of 11 and 13,
Yeah.
which means your odds should be better than half.
Only
Shut up, Corvus.
See,
I have like a +3 or 4 anymore.
see,
Stop
like
out here.
Alright, there we go.
that's the thing, though, right? Is everyone else they have like an excuse.
You don't.
I don't. Oh god. I like literally the only difference between a normal combat and this one is like I can't cast one of my spells.
But I mean, for the other ones, you've still got +2s and freeze.
Yes.
So again, your chance of hitting is still slightly better than 50-50.
Apparently it's not.
Well, that's just because the dice just don't like us.
Yeah, they're not cooperating, so just tons of movement from Scuttles.
Yep.
Alright, Ginny.
Throw a rock again. Spit on it this time.
You have a spear!
You said-
That's the problem, a spear
Spear's
isn't a,
-1.
yeah, a spear's not a finesse weapon.
Really?
There.
Finally! That's the first time he's hit with a
Plus
rock,
the
I think.
psychic damage.
What's the psychic damage?
What was it? D6?
D6, right? 2! It's not even at half health.
I'm just gonna like look at it. Yeah, I hit one. Pout.
I mean, you lodge it in the head, it just sort of sits there and then starts to sink in.
Ugh.
This one
What is
has no nets, so
life?
instead draws his spear. Who's he gonna stab? Who's he gonna stab? He's gonna stab Mushy. Because Mushy is flesh. But he can't get through the beard. Or can he?
He does.
You take 10 damage.
Whoa.
Oof.
Max.
That's fine.
The best he could do. If these guys' AC would have been 15, they'd have sticky shields as well. You guys would have been well fucked. Because every miss there, they can just take your weapon.
No,
Weapon.
I can't. Never mind. I thought I had another superiority die, but I do not.
Yeah,
I
you used them
used
up.
it all. This is why I save things.
You
You
killed like
u-
3 enemies.
Yeah, you used them up to kill these two. They might have still been alive doing damage.
Dead up here was you.
Because I gotta say, if we're talking about people who are currently killing bad guys, there's a certain group who aren't included.
I mean the party?
Technically, this one also doesn't count. Mushy.
Mushi's gonna.
Your shoulders
move
hurt.
here. Oh wait, this is an. That's an anchor with me. I wanna go here, but I cannot for advantage.
You could
Should I
risk
do
the
it
hit.
anyway?
How healthy are you?
I am like almost half, but not quite.
You know he can do a max of 10 on you. So he probably won't.
Yeah.
I had multiple fights planned for this session, you know?
Alright.
I was racking my brains about the early combat encounters and things you could acquire. I didn't need to bother my arse.
Yeah. Well, I
Hey.
mean, you can't really predict really bad dice.
Yeah. It's just the dice that are screwing you over as well. Like, it's none of your
Yeah.
faults.
Mushi will move.
Okay.
Mushi will move for the advantage.
Actually, yeah, it was just his turn, so he does get his reaction back.
Yeah. That hits.
And
6.
Okay. That puts me exactly at half. And then he will attack the clear one.
Okay. The clear one has an AC of 11, by the way.
There we
For
go.
7.
So you've really got no issue hurting him. Because you've even got your proficiency bonus at work here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, okay. Just making sure you were doing it at a D8.
Yep.
Yeah, he's hurting. Actually, by now, yeah. You're starting to see seepage.
Ew.
Disgusting.
It's just clear fluid, but you can see like the organs and bones and veins moving towards the gaps you've been making.
That's gross.
We need some flex tape for this guy.
Everyone enjoying this homebrew creature?
yes.
It's gross.
Not at all. I haven't been able to touch him.
Okay.
That's a personal problem.
Well, he asked.
I am going to try to rock Translucent Boy.
It's a personal problem, and personally,
Hey!
I'm just thinking of how Vernon
Yes.
is just sharing Chicago's luck.
Yeah.
That's a
There we
great
go.
hit. Smashes him, and you just see it all distort for a moment as this. Oh god, this is surface tension tries to deal with a rock impact.
You know, can't deal with. Yes, I can.
We definitely deal with that.
Scuttles projects his claw at the other Kuatoa, and they begin their dance of death.
Not again.
It may take a while. Azure.
alright. I'm gonna get up.
This is your first time seeing the translucent Kuatoa.
Yeah, first time seeing it. I don't like it. Stop. I'm gonna
Are you
try
blinding
to
it or
blind
deafening it?
Blind.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh no, it does need to make a save.
Yes.
I'm letting him work it out. I just said it didn't have to make a save.
Oh, is it immune?
That's unfortunate.
God damn it.
Spell sludge.
I'm just gonna walk off the cliff now.
I'm just gonna say, light is a bit of its theme. Just gonna point that out. Light and radiance and fire. So, let's see.
To
here.
see?
Who's it gonna go for? I mean, Mushy's there, so is the crab. They have a bigger threats, but it also senses magic in the air. Yeah, it senses magic in the air. As it brings up the slimmer gem. Dodge, Azure, dodge.
Oh,
Ouch.
that's unfortunate.
Okay, still can't command. But it also weirdly plants its feet. You'd expect at this point it would notice the tide has turned. But the eyes are just constantly roving around, not focusing on anyone. So, Vernon's turn.
When Azure took that beam, how's he looking?
I'm fine.
It's a horrible green beam as well.
I guess I'll just walk along the cliff face for a little while.
Just
Yo.
try to, psych yourself up.
Wisdom save!
You save.
Yeah!
You did it.
Okay, first
You
make
did it.
skulls now.
Like 5 turns.
You got this, Scuttles. You can do this.
Who's he hitting?
Oh, damn it. That's right.
Translucent
Yeah.
or normal?
Translucent has advantage.
Yeah, he was going for translucent before, and I forgot he had advantage.
He didn't have advantage on that turn because Mushy only moved around this one. But that's a hit.
Yay!
For 8 slashing. Scuttles does not like putting his claws in there, but he knows he has to cut it. Ginny!
Ginny's gonna
There's 2 left and they're severely injured. This could take all night.
Ginny's gonna walk over here and cast Cure Wounds on Mushi. I'm helping.
Thank you.
You really are. It's a good roll.
Something couldn't miss.
Oh, that's cruel.
That's it. Damn it.
It's time for a good old spearing. 12 misses, though. Going for Scuttles.
Yeah.
Mushy!
Mushi's gonna go again.
You got this. Yeah.
For 9.
For 9, as you continue to stab at the weird floating thing. Everything just shifting around. You're starting to see some of its organs start to sift and float outside as they just become a goo. All shape is lost. All solidness is lost. Rainy.
Alright, I'm going to try and rock the other Kuatoa.
Like a hurricane?
I wish.
I bet Ginny is wishing he was a monk instead of a ranger.
Yeah, with my luck, no.
No, shut up.
But, the crab is still going on that translucent one.
Yeah,
Get him.
that's a hit. And it bursts. As he just smashes along its side, you just see all the surface tension just vanish in an instant, and it just ripples and flows out as a puddle.
I can finally approach him.
Mushy is very glad he's got boots on. Ginny! You don't. It's not nice.
Oh no.
You're standing in a liquefied Kuatoa creature. Give me a con save. And one from Scuttles, too.
Okay.
Alright, good. You both saved. But you still take half, so... You take 2 points of radiant damage. Well, 1 point of radiant damage.
That's what I get for healing. Now my paws are muddy and gross.
And they sting, and I'm probably growing an extra toe. Azure.
Alright.
Oh, actually, I forgot one important detail. When it burst apart, the gems fell to the ground, and they're starting to vibrate.
Oh.
Now it's
Sounds
Azure's
important.
turn.
Well, alright then. That's not ominous as fuck.
Welcome to Bikini Atoll. There's no one, no history. It's a nuclear test site.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
The The American education system isn't too.
Really?
Shambles.
I just know of places where nuclear disasters happened.
It's how Vegas sprung up as well as a nuclear test site, and they built up a tourist town to watch the explosions in the glow.
Gonna move 10 feet to here and Ray of Frost the final boy.
That's a hit.
Hey!
That's a really good hit. He's still not fucking dead,
Yeah.
but he's almost dead.
I feel helpful now.
You
I
did
can
a
rest.
good thing there.
That's my turn.
Vernon, you have a chance to do something.
It's been so long!
It's been about 8 rounds.
Let's see, I can actually run right past him and get some advantage from Scuttles.
You've got reckless attack, you don't even need it.
I don't want to use Reckless Attack, just in case.
He's
The last dude!
it's the last guy. He's got a red dot on him and he's nearly dead.
I can grab this for free. It's a free advantage. I'm gonna take the free advantage. Okay.
That's a hit.
For minimum damage.
Hey, Malgern.
Oh no! If I rolled anything except for 1.
Scuttles.
Oh no. Oh no.
My god.
On the round.
Ginny, it's time to help again. He gets one more attack. Oh, God.
Such a mess.
Well, someone clubbed him in the back, so he's going to turn around and stab for Vernon.
Oh great.
9
Fucking
damage.
A! Great, fine, fantastic.
Mushy.
I'm like a quarter health.
Mushi is gonna go.
You finally feel like a professional, but it's only because you're dealing with a pack of amateurs.
No, he doesn't hit. There's no advantage.
Rainy.
So funny.
This is like that
Into
fucking...
the whole other round.
This is like that fucking alchemian who had no armor, no weapons. He was just biting
Another
people.
round.
Yeah.
Now, we had a boss fight where we were fighting a Golthias tree, and there was one dude who had no armor, no weapons. I put him in there as a gag. He just bites
Is it-
people.
That's his exact AC, isn't it?
Yes.
Thank God.
He's dead. As you just cave in his eyeball with a stone.
I hit 3 stones this entire fight.
Yep.
Uh,
Any movement?
I
Now
don't
we're all wondering,
like
why is the
that
initiative
it
tracker
hasn't
still up?
dropped. Oh.
Oh, wait, and they can't move. Okay, that'll be my move.
Azur.
Are the stones still buzzing?
Yes. They are rattling around in the puddle of Kuatoa goo.
Soccer practice?
I'm just gonna
It's like a little tap dancing concert.
1, 2,
No.
3,
Kick him out
and
of
then 10 feet down.
Of course.
Going back to the place that I know and I'm familiar with, the ocean.
You know what? What was the most important lesson Simon taught the group?
Communicate.
Don't clump up.
Or run
Both of
away.
those lessons are very important. Yes, the first one most especially, Azur.
Fine.
Okay. Bernie just gonna flex and pose?
I don't know. I feel like maybe we should consider kicking those little stones out of this goo.
I'd kick
I do
him to
have
the
shoes on.
south. You know, into the ocean.
I am right here.
Hey.
I'm gonna walk around Mushi really quick. I'll use my shoes and punt one of the stones.
You sure you don't want to kick him just directly south? It's closer to the water. I'm just pointing out, you know?
Yeah, I don't want to take on Mushi's spot.
Don't you fucking do this. Don't you do this to me.
I'll say
Can I
you
do
can
like
hook it. You can, you know, you
Yeah, I
can
want to
hook
hook it. That's what I was gonna go for.
it. Yeah, okay. Roll me athletics.
Okay. Where the fuck is that? Oh, wow.
Good
My
deal.
best skill.
That's the thing, you see, if you rolled high, it would punt it into the ocean, but they just sort of roll along in their irregular shape to here.
Oh god.
Do we have to punt multiple ones, or each one
Oh,
separately?
yeah. The big one's right beside you, Azur. It didn't like being kicked. You could tell that from the rock.
The big one. Thanks.
course, I was the obvious target.
Well, he's gonna
And
go
now
for
I
a
will
big
back
one.
away.
The other one's skinny. It looks like you should throw that one. First mate scuttles.
I'm also gonna go away a little bit.
Okay, the drone is there, right?
Yep.
Alright.
Duck and cover.
No, Crab got athletics. Crab gonna head into the ocean. See, Crab gonna head into
There
the
we
ocean.
go.
Damn,
Sploosh.
mind.
It's down somewhere around here and sinking into the water.
Did I make
Azor,
any
you watch as
that?
it comes apart in the water.
Oh.
There's a slight glow of green, and it just crumbles away.
Right, and that's Crab turn.
Ginny. There's still a pointed one.
How many are left?
Just one.
I'll try and throw it into the ocean. Athletics?
Yeah,
You got this.
he does. Although there is a horrible moment, Azor, where you watch it slowly slide down the hill face beside you.
And I will use my movement to
Yeah,
climb over.
but it touches water
Can I
and breaks
hide behind these trees?
It's okay. Once it touches water, it breaks apart. We're now out of initiative. The fight is over.
I'll be right back.
That was so long.
Just kept.
And I roll
guessing.
my combats quick. I know this.
I need a drink after this. I'll be back too.
Oh, man. The B team's not good, very bad day. So, the ones who are still here, since we're not in combat right now, you know.
Huh? It feels like the comment feels like a fever dream. It was so weird.
That was so bad. That's about an
Alright.
hour and 47 minutes this session has been so far.
I'm going to go and gather up all the spears that are left so that at least most of us can be armed.
Do they have anything worth grabbing besides the spears?
There was that sling.
I'd made rocks, yeah.
There's also another burlap
Yes.
sack filled with dead fish and a squid.
That's dinner right there.
That's
Yeah.
dinner right there. Are the slings, or is the sling big enough for the rocks that I picked up?
Pretty much, yeah.
I'll take a sling. Why the fuck not?
Is there more than one, or is there only one sling?
Just the one sling.
Okay.
And you notice as you pat over them to check for stuff, they are both very crumbly now they're dead. Like any pressure and you just see them cave in on themselves. Everything is brittle, cooked, filled with ash. There are puffs of dust coming out of them when things fall on them. The spears don't look like they're in good condition.
Pio, did you want the sling?
You can have it.
Alright.
I think you can breathe on it a bit better.
Let's go. I can breathe.
Just swallow a pebble, make it into a hairball with a hard center, and there you go.
Do they have
I'm
any?
not proficient in the sling, right?
It's a simple weapon.
Yeah,
so
it's a
you
simple
should-
weapon, everyone is.
Okay.
Do they have any kind of like clothing on them, like grass skirts or something?
Hey, I could hit something.
This guy, naked as hell. These guys,
Alright.
also naked as hell.
Okay.
What they have are just sort of like burnt bits clinging to them. However, there are two burlap sacks. They've
I
got a
will
lot of
take it
fish
for-
goo in them,
Mm.
but you've also near the ocean.
Wait,
Okay,
what did you
I
say
will-
was in it?
I will go and clean out the burlap sacks.
Well, one's still got your gippers and all in it.
I toss them in the ocean.
Dinner!
It's got a point.
Okay, fine. Well, keep them around, spear them, and make a fire and cook them.
Yeah. We don't need to. We probably do.
Probably not
no.
use the spears that, have
Yeah.
your blood or the blood of others on them.
How many rounds was this combat?
Too
many.
many.
Too many.
Like, I lost count.
You were only up against 7 bad guys.
Not even very good ones.
And I even killed one when it still had some health on it initially, just to try and speed things up. Mind you, I only trimmed off 2 HP.
Oh.
They had 22 health each, they had 13 AC.
Huh.
The priest had 11 AC and much more health.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, most of us didn't take much damage at all.
yeah, I did.
You did, Rishi did.
Yeah, but
Everyone
in this
else
way,
kinda-
you see, not doing damage, not taking damage, kind of means you weren't even in the fight for most of it.
See, I took that much damage, and I also wasn't. I literally was not in the fight for the
8
latter
rounds.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just walking on the cliffside.
So you all had fun, right?
It was very funny.
So like,
It
how
was
big of a stick would I?
frustrating but fun.
Yeah, fun.
I just imagine all of Ginny's missed throws as very cartoonish.
Big baseball wind-ups. Ginny,
And I didn't particularly
considering you're
miss
standing
like-
there, actually, on this tree, you can see big, like slightly larger than normal oranges hanging there.
Dinner or lunch.
Bigger than normal. Like, how big?
Like about a third's extra. You know, sort of like a, you know, smaller than a grapefruit.
Okay.
A little smaller. Yeah.
We have time for a short rest now, while we're making food and cleaning shit.
Yeah, I would recommend that we just
Yeah, sure.
hang around.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, I can live with 10 health down. Ouch.
Dang.
I will pluck these oranges down as a just in case for later.
Okay.
You know, those do have water in them. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just a little nervous about them being bigger than normal.
There could be bombs.
I mean, they're bigger. That just means they're more food, isn't it?
Yo, Mudman.
I have no mud.
It's not like
Wannabe
you ever
Mudman.
learned your name.
I toss an orange at him
Ooh, lunch.
and I watch.
Okay, I'm just gonna eat it like an orange, rip off the skin.
Alright, so you peel it. Okay. Yeah, give me a con save.
Yeah.
Because at the moment you pull the taut skin, like, it takes effort. You think maybe he's aren't ripe yet. But once there's a gap, fucking geyser of boiling juice just sprays on you. So, luckily you take half damage because you saved against it, but you still take 3 points of fire damage
Ow.
as you're just hot blasted in the face. It
After
burns.
stop
not-
and eat it.
It's not that hot that it would be doing that, right?
Yeah.
Like temperature wise,
Temperature wise,
climate wise.
just the area, it's still hot, but no, that doesn't explain it. But as you're holding it there, and you know you've got the peel off, very warm. There's a lot more heat coming from it that you peeled it.
Edible, probably.
You're also noticing the skin very dense, perhaps insulating a bit. Yeah, it still looks edible, just it's steaming.
It's gonna be warm. Okay, I'll use the orange peel as a hat and eat the orange.
Who's the strongest out of all of us?
Mushi.
That.
I will toss one to Mushi and I'll just be like, throw it.
Okay, you all
Okay.
saw what happened to Vernon.
I'm gonna throw it at a wall that's far away from us.
Well,
Throw it off the cliff.
Or no,
Into-
there's a
Throw it
wall
at
right
the
there.
There's a couple of low
How,
walls.
how tall are these walls?
Those ones, like they're foot level, basically.
Hmm.
That's
Is
why
there a
you can see
taller
everything around you. Yeah, the
Yeah.
ones where there's still darkness.
Okay. Yeah. Should I try aim for the wall or like the ground near us?
go for the wall.
Probably the wall, so it's hard enough.
Okay.
I think the ground is going to be just as hard as the wall. This
But
is,
it's-
stone.
But the ground is also much closer than that wall over there.
That's true, But I'm just pointing out it's not the hardness that's the problem.
So you hurl it against the wall. Yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
It
I am like
hits- it
20
hits
feet
its-
away.
Yeah. It hits it solidly. Doesn't tear.
Okay.
What if we had like a pin and poked a hole in it and then threw it?
Why don't you try that, Vernon?
You don't even have a
Have a
pin.
Yeah, none of us do.
Speaking of pins, could I potentially use a stick instead of this 1d6? Could I find an actual mall in the woods out here if I looked hard enough?
If you had a look around, you could try, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me
do
a
that after the
survival
short
roll.
rest. Okay, survival.
Yep, because you're trying to find a
What are they?
branch that looks properly sturdy.
Yeah. I'm
Could
actually gonna tap the rangers for this nest because they can help.
Sure.
Be careful
Yeah,
where
sure.
where you tap them. They're cats, man. There are certain regions you just don't touch. It's a booby trap.
Lower back, like their face mostly. You know.
Yeah.
Where is survival?
You tap either one of
I
them,
haven't-
you might get a claw.
Yeah.
I'd
Let's
also
see.
like to see if I can find anything that I could fashion into a bow, which I probably won't.
You know, I think you should roll and I should help you.
Sure. Survival.
I mean, you've got your picks here. Like, Rainey could help you, and Jenny could do his own.
But I have a really shitty wisdom score.
That's why I'm saying Rainey could help you. You have 2 rangers, remember?
Yes.
Would you like assistance?
Yes.
Then
Stick. I need
will
big stick.
assist.
It's the
Alright,
entirety
shall I
of
look
his
for-
argument. I need a big stick.
Need
Alright,
big stick.
shall I look around for big stick?
Yeah, I'll just tag along behind.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, you get another
I'll
roll. He's
for
helping.
My bow.
Okay, we might find an even bigger stick.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Jenny, you don't find any good materials for a bow. It looks like you know the process of making one, mostly. You've never actually done it yourself. But there's no good creepers, there's no properly strong branches. Like, you pull a few and they snap apart very quickly.
Hmm.
But there's also very hot. There's steam coming out of tips of them. You also see dangling in one corner, it looks like grapevines hanging. Very shiny looking. Now for the other side, you guys, you do find one of the bigger trees. It looks like it has a good thick branch on it. It's not ready to fall. It would take some work.
Well, that's where I come in.
As the tiny mudman clambers up.
Soon I'll have more mud.
Give me an athletics check.
Pop.
Also, as you're climbing up the tree, you are starting to sweat. You are trying to keep your skin away from it. It's very hot.
Okay.
And then you try to break the tree. Give me a dex save.
Okay. I assume danger sense applies to this.
Yeah, I suppose you could see this one coming thanks to the oranges.
I think I hit it. I don't know if it's taking a second to show up. There it is.
Yeah, it's not enough. You take 9 fire damage. As
Jeez.
the moment you
I
break,
can have health.
as the moment you break the bark, there is just a fucking pressurized gout of high-powered sap, steam, and fire.
Yeah.
On the bright side, you've got a big-ass branch now that would work almost as good as a maul. It's an improvised weapon, it's a D10.
Ah, damn. Okay, improvised D10 is way better than whatever the fucking...
Yeah.
Ooh, ah.
Also, all of you hear that explosion,
Fine.
and his face is just fucking soot-covered.
Is that 3 HP for
I
me?
give him 3 hit points.
Aha. Now I have 27 health.
But yeah, the most you find, Ginny, are some dangling grapes.
Because of the oranges, I am not going to touch those.
So what would constitute a great club?
Yeah, I suppose. It would need a bit of shaping, you know? Because he's got, he's got a branch. It's not a regular shape.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what if I feel like
Isn't a Great Club a
That's-
D10 anyway?
No, it's a D8.
D8?
Suppose then,
What if-
yeah. D8. But, you know, it would take a bit of work shaving the wood around.
And
True,
could I
true.
use like a seaweed to wrap up where I would hold it, so it's a little bit of a like leather bound?
You're probably better off with the sack material.
Okay. Either way,
Although that seems to be optioned as clothing right now.
that's fine. I'll just wear mud. What I want more than anything is proficiency. I don't care if it's less damage.
But yeah, if you take, you know, overtime of a long rest working it, because you do have woodworking skills, you know, just get some sharp stones, you could turn into a proper Great Club.
That'd be cool.
You'll lose some weight, so it'll be a D8 of damage, but you'll have your proficiency.
And I can still use Great Weapon Master, I assume? It'll be heavy still?
Hang on, actually, I just want to check.
Great Club is not classified as heavy.
Does it have versatile at least?
Nope. Great Club's two-handed.
Yeah, it's not worth unless I have Great Weapon Master. That's where a bunch of my damage comes from.
Wait, it
Well,
was two-handed. Okay.
I think I'll just leave it as it is for now at a D10 and then no proficiency.
Just make use of your reckless attack a bit more.
Yeah, and it's still a heavy weapon at this point, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll say it is. Just so you
should
get the
start-
use of the feat.
Mm.
What were we saying, Pio?
We should start looking for a place to actually spend time,
Yeah.
like a safe haven, safe house.
Fresh water would be good.
Yep, fresh water. Source of food that isn't from flaming fish people or
Mm.
burnt fish people.
Someone has create food and water, right?
No.
No?
No.
I thought we did.
No. Because that's
No.
a cleric spell.
Yes.
Do you know who was able to make it? Gerald.
I'm sure he's on here somewhere.
If he is, that will be the only reason why he gets to stay.
It's not his fault this happened.
I don't care.
It was the party decision.
Don't you turn this back on us. I don't care what we said.
I pointed out to Mr. Gerald that stupid giant thing, and he's like, "Oh no, it's fine."
He was wrong.
He was
The
drunk.
party should never be trusted. Okay. So a quick walk around, see if we can't find something.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you looking for in specifics? Also,
Well, firstly,
yes.
what is all of this?
Ah, good. Finally.
Yes.
I was waiting. Yeah,
I
there's a
didn't-
stone structure in there. There's no roof to it.
Hmm.
But you can see it's a building. Very old. In fact, if you want to, Moshi, you could make use of your dwarven stone knowledge.
Ooh, I could
Wow.
do that. Wow.
Yeah. Because this
Well, what
DM
would
cares
I
about your
roll?
characters. You roll history with advantage.
Okay.
That's why they give you advantage.
Oh, nice.
This is weirdly old. There is a shiver up your spine as you get the feel that this stone, older than the stone you've been throwing at fishmen.
Ooh.
That's nice.
Can we tell like what kind of architecture the building
Oh yeah,
is?
Mushi recognizes some of the features of a very old-fashioned. This is dwarven in nature, but it's so fucking crumbled and ruined. That's not what you usually see in dwarven architecture. This place is old.
Does the architecture of the building match the where the
Yeah, they both seem to be the same sort of
Statue.
style and creation. There's no roof to it anymore. But there are murals. Along this wall. And along this wall.
I'm gonna let
stairs?
Mushi and Vernon lead the way.
I can't even read.
Do you know what a mural is?
Nope.
Pictures.
My guy. They're pictures.
I can't read
He
those.
can't read
Fuck.
pictures, they're too complicated. He can't handle the
The
letter
pictures
I.
wasn't-
That's a
wasn't
line.
words.
What do you think he could do with
Pictures
pictures?
worth 1,000 words. It's too many.
The letter I is a single line, man. There's no way he could handle pictures.
Oh boy, it's tough. It's tough out here.
Jarvis, is there a reason this looks different?
It's a
Or
stairs.
It's just that
Stairs.
Yeah. This
Do
bit's a
we
little
want
raised
to-
up.
Do you want to go inside?
I mean,
It
potentially.
looks safe.
Alright, there's
Do I get my maneuvers on a short rest?
Yeah.
Yes.
You get everything back
Okay.
in a short rest. You're a fighter.
Yep.
And second wind?
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
That's why, depending on the
Yeah.
situation, you can abuse second one a little bit.
Fuck, I wasted my hit die for my my safe roll because I opened the fucking tree.
Because a short
That's
rest is
what-
literally just putting your feet up and not doing a whole lot.
It's what fighters are especially good at.
Yeah.
Fighting.
Getting
So
right
you're-
back out there.
Yeah.
All the tokens are just sitting here at the entrance, not fucking going forward.
I'm in the back right now.
Okay. Mushi will go inside.
Rainy, as you step there, you feel the tiles sink under your feet, and you feel like there should be a clunk or something, but it just doesn't happen. And you pull your foot away, and you see that the tile is actually broken under your foot.
Wow.
You said this was dwarf, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Doesn't feel like any dwarf I've seen.
but
Well, what I
if
expect.
Mushy pointed out, this is older stone than the rocks you have from the island.
Hmm. So this was here. Wait.
Yes, there we go. This is seriously old. This almost feels like stone that has died of natural causes.
Fine. They just imported it.
Isn't that a fossil?
Mushi's gonna move some more.
You
I'm
also,
gonna take a look at the murals.
you guys are putting your feet in all the right places. You also feel the tile slide below you, but there's nothing to resound next to it. Like there's no following action. So Ginny, you're looking at the mural.
Mhm.
What you see is very faint, like it is eroded away for the most part, but you can make out a lot of the little dwarven carven symbols. They seem to be like, Mushi, you've seen a few styles like this. This is ancient dwarvish. This is really fucking old. No one draws like this anymore. We've moved on. We're better people. This is lower than stick form.
No words, just figures.
Just figures. Well, I mean, you get the impression there probably were words, but those were also lighter detail stuff that is just gone from the ocean waves and the wind.
Can we tell what the figures were doing?
Yes, I was
in
getting
the
back to the description
illustration?
there. You can see dwarves marching. You get the impression of wings. But not on the dwarves, but just a large area of wings. They look more reptilian. As you look along further, you then see dwarves and taller figures with them.
Are they fighting or?
No, they're marching together. Could be human, could be elven, not a lot of detail there, but they're distinctly taller than the dwarves. There are some figures that might be smaller, that could be kids, they could be gnomes or halflings. And then you see, coming in a different direction, things with reptilian wings, but they're bigger than the people, and they're also walking upright.
Hmm.
And then behind them you see, well, it's very low detail here, so actually give me a perception on this one. Or investigation. Any of you? Yeah,
I
Ginny,
can
you're sort of putting it together. You're able to make out the impressions and all, plus get the pause on it as well. Yeah, there were a couple of, you're guessing from the shape of them overall, a couple of dragon figurines behind the walking horde. But the problem is, as you go further, you don't see the rest of it. It's just gone. Like, it has long been worn away by just the salt air.
I might have missed it. Does it look like it's two armies marching against each other, or all one group?
Yeah, they're definitely going against each other. One's coming from the left, one's coming from the right.
I will relay that to anybody who wasn't looking at the mural.
Mm-hmm. Also, Jenny, you hear a little bit of a flutter of cloth over here.
Silently, I will look over there, but kind of make it obvious to the rest of the party.
Vernon backing away. It sounds like it could be information.
Actually, I did want to get some mud really quick, just so I'm prepared for the battle. Just like get some dirt, if anything, and just put it mix it with my sweat, you know.
I mean, you dig your hands in.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's dry. It's hot.
It'll do.
No, I'm saying, like, it's just dirt. You're trying to
Yeah, that's
smear
what
it
my
on you,
sweat
and it's
is for.
taking a lot of work.
I'm gonna get my sweat and mix it with that.
That's so gross.
There's literally an ocean of water.
Here?
You can literally just jump in.
He
run
just
up
takes the
cliff
last of
and
your
roll
drinking
around
water
in
and pours it
dirt.
over himself to get muddy.
I will prepare my sling as I look over there.
I will
Alrighty.
hoist the stick.
Can I see anything through this little passage doorway?
You saw that there was once a door here, and the room looks empty from what you can see.
I'll approach it.
You're also cautious and paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
I just exploded twice.
Okay, not you, but we knew that. You can see here there is a flutter of cloth. Looks like it might be an old coat sleeve, and it's been jammed underneath one of the stone tiles.
Does it look like it was moving because of wind?
Yeah, just wind.
Sure.
Just the
I'll
wind.
enter.
Yeah, as you get in, you can see closer. Yeah, it's a little scrap of a jacket underneath a big stone tile. So you assume there's more to the jacket than you can see.
How big does the tablet look?
Looks like a couple of you could shift it easy enough. It's thin, but it's it's large. But it's not
I'm
some
minus
huge.
one strength, so I'm gonna call him she and Mudman.
Mudman! I can finally do something worthwhile.
I think even Azur with help could lift it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'll assist.
There is no need for an athletics check with this because it's a large tile, but it's just thin stone. Revealing underneath a very worn-out looking jacket. Doesn't look like a captain's uniform or anything. It just looks like it was once an okay bit of garment. Very old looking. The sleeve itself is utterly sun-bleached. The rest
Does
of
it
it
look like Gerald's?
No, it doesn't look like Gerald's.
Okay.
Dwarf-sized?
No, human-sized.
Huh.
The color also seems to be, as you reveal it off and swipe off some of the dirt and dust, looks like a fairly dirty yellow. Does anyone touch it?
Mud. I'll touch it.
As you touch it, you see that there is something beneath it. There is a book.
Oh, okay. That's terrifying. Hold on. Oh, I gotta step back.
I'll pick up the book.
The
Okay.
book has a title on it,
Mm-hmm.
as books often do. The Waterdavian Wanderer's Premium Travel Journal.
Alright. Open it up and begin to skim through it. What language is it written in?
Common.
Ah, fantastic.
You might not say that when you scroll.
That's long.
I can come up with the first sentence. Some fucker got lost on here and he's dead now.
Alright, day 3 in the life of soldier survivor. Let's see.
Day 3 in the life of a solitary survivor, and I must say I'm displeased. I should be thrilled at all of his field experience and opportunity to pour at the new and unusual which this coast is providing. The island seems situated on some minor connection to the plane of elemental fire. No doubt the interior regions are inhospitable, since the heated high sun is already chasing me into the shade, gasping like some husband chased from the fest hall. The sun could just be very hot and the lack of cover not helping, but, well, I have better evidence. There follows a simple sketch, exterior and cross-section, of a large citrus fruit. Coinage outlines indicating the size relation. Who wants to follow up? It's time to earn your dramatic reading badge.
Oh, we're popcorn reading this shit?
Might as well. The
All right.
viewers can't see it, and I can't show it off on stream, really.
I wish for a nice drink-laden debate we could be having at the Hag's morning on what to name this. So instead, I will call them Mold Punch after that terrible concoction from Bellard. Do we know where Bellard is?
Let's see now. Who comes from the coast? Who isn't a Saltmarsh native, basically?
Saltmarsh.
Saltmarsh.
Ginny?
I am not from Saltmarsh.
Okay. What about Mushy?
Hold on, I wasn't listening. I was
What a surprise!
someone was talking to me. What happened?
Okay. Are you a Saltmarsh native, or have you spent some time on the coast?
I am not a Saltmarsh native.
Okay, then Ginny and Mushy, you can roll history to see if you know where Bellard is.
My rolls are back.
Yep. Mushy, you recognize it as just a minor town to the north of Neverwinter. A little farming place, you vague recollection, but it had maybe a population of about 25.
It's
Oh,
a
wow.
tiny town.
Yeah.
25?
It's basically a tavern that had a couple of houses around it.
It's like 5 families.
Yeah.
Texture and even taste is approximate with some of the tropical goods that entered the trader stalls. Very sweet and lingers on the tongue hours after.
And the
It,
flesh
of
and
course-
eyeballs in Vernon's case.
True. It, of course, has a sting in its tail, and that is heat. Okay. I now have a very pioneer-esque scar upon my hand when I finally pierced the dense casing, and it unleashed a geyser of steam and searing juices, left stinging open. Well protected from the native bugs to cool. Left sitting open, well protected from the native bugs to cool. It is quite delightful and a good pick-me-up from scorched seaweed and my spitefully unending supply of hard tack. Yes, how fitting that I choose a barrel of such to survive the sinking.
Ginny, as you look behind you to the opening in the wall, you can see slightly dug into the dirt here is a barrel.
Lunch.
Was Azure reading that out loud?
Yeah.
I'll just be like, hey, it's right there.
It sounds like those fruits Vernon was playing with before.
Would have been handy to see the book first.
There are also. Oh wait, I still have some charcoal. Yes, an uneven depiction of a vine of grapes, but very stretched out, and the grapes themselves being of a heavy teardrop shape, each the size of a copper coin. The leaves are curled and twisted in almost drill-like threads.
Who wants to take over for him?
I can, I guess.
You can't read.
I can read. Vernon can't.
No, you can't. Don't you fucking lie to me. You haven't learned that yet. That's next grade.
We started the alphabet yesterday, so I think I'm good.
Go ahead.
Yes, I had been hopeful when I found these. I assume with the current desolation of the seas that I could have a fine 40-year vintage on the ferment by the time I sea rescue. But instead they are but artistic renditions. Any pressure or attempt to harvest reveals that they are not loaded with hydration, but instead are clumped ashen deceivers. Numerous seeds are among the warm to the touch, but otherwise useless fruit portion. I have not had a bracing beverage since the morning of my voyage. Yeah, that was a bad one. I have not had a bracing beverage since the morning of my voyage started. Notes will be amended if I get desperate enough to try my experiment.
Yes, I cracked. Not even day 4 here, and I need some kind of brew. I crushed the seeds and harvested the leafy portions. As a result, I bear yet another scar of a pioneer. Or just yet another I had as a scholar. Much the same as the injury I sustained while proofing a manuscript for Hale and Hellweather, the torrid and doldrum story of a hillman fighting devils. The descriptions of things he clearly had no initial concept on were charming, but the pages themselves still drew blood in a more convincing manner than any of his fighting scenes. As a tea, I elect the clumped vine as one of the lesser I've had, but not the least. That goes to my precious lady of the house and the urine-stained puddle she would scoop my cup into each morn. I did feel an invigoration and beyond just having hot water in my system. Indeed, there was a difficulty from sleep, though it was of a slight feverish restlessness. So I may have poisoned myself, but apart from a raise in heat, I felt no bowel complaints or urgency. Will amend when time tells. It emerged from me hotter and steaming than it had entered.
Oh,
It is still not the worst I have had, and will be able to tolerate this once I find a clean enough clump of vegetation to gag myself. Fortuitous discovery, however, is that I am not burned after a very careful yet objectively panicked self-study.
Oh.
Indeed, a sippage seems to impart a degree of resistance to the general heat of the area. Perhaps more, but I am not willing to risk my digits in the campfire. Bully to you if you do. Perhaps honey would improve the flavour and egress. I do, however, hope there is no wild apiary on this island. A barb stinger burns more than enough without having some molten component, which this island would no doubt favour the nasty blighters with. You can continue reading, or you could just sit and think.
Well, those are the grapes,
Hmm.
so we know now somewhat how to work with those.
Let's
How's
not
it
make
feel-
wine out of them.
How does it feel having actual lore to read?
Hmm.
This is fun.
It's
I
fun, but more
fucked up out loud
importantly,
reading.
it's applying to the situation and scenario.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it does seem that by drinking a tea made from that, you do gain a degree of resistance from the general heat.
Mm-hmm.
But only a
That's-
little.
I
Doesn't sound
mean,
worth it.
it's something.
And some downsides afterwards.
Yeah, it's like only a little and potentially diluting it with another flavor.
That could probably be a better idea.
So Corvus,
Yes?
do we know, or so out of,
I don't care.
like, would this just give resistance to fire damage?
That is
Or
something
this
you will
like-
have to test. It could just be environmental.
Hmm.
He might even have just been diluted and high.
Okay.
It's something to try. Welcome to the island.
You ready to die?
Day 4. Gods above, below, and even standing by my shoulder, chuckling at my misfortune, I do miss a nice room temperature sip of slightly clouded well water. Give me the wood fibres from an overused bucket swirling in the bottom of my cup, and even a dead insect to be flicked away before I evaluate the worth of walking back to the well and replacing the whole bally lot. Humble beginnings. A boy can grow soft on city comforts, and by this point in my life I am but a malleable wad of a man who wants something vaguely cold to drink. Everything on this island comes with free heating, and I know a slew of professors who would chuck in their coal scuttles to settle here and never worry about a numb toesy. But paradise has downsides, and I feel at times I'm sweating more than I could put in because the damned cupful of crystal clear nature purified aqua nearly singes the lips. Even the nights do not give reprieve, and I only to keep the fire going for a brief portion of the night. I will be a source of amusement in the drinking den of those who explore the undiscovered. Never a want for heat in a desert island, I whimper and wail for tepid drinks. Addendum from my weak-willed morning of day 4. I attempted to cool a drink by digging and stuffing the container below dirt. I feel justified now in having a little cry, for the heat only increases with depth. But I will get used to this unless I become exceedingly good at swimming or master the art of flight. Jarity claimed he had, but just the once, and was saving it for a special day. I'm glad I raised a lump on his forehead with my old brass-lined tankard. What an arse, that man. Do you want me to continue, or shall you put the book away for a bit?
We're about halfway done by now already. Might as well continue.
Okay. Anyone want to jump in?
I don't want to fuck it up again, but I can. This one's a short. I can do the short paragraph. This one's
Okay, you can do it.
Day 6 of my isolation on this island. The very nature of the flora here has me considering using up this ledger for the safe comfort of toiletries. Ah, COVID shout out. But I have found slime-bearing stems that seem to quell burns and sores without the consequence that the tea results in. Hey,
Okay.
Take out aloe vera leaves.
I have not gathered up enough despair to attempt inter-island exploration. The shore provides me opportunity to behold the great empty expanse of the sea, free of ships and rescue, which I find heartening since putting together some large bonfire or signage of my distress would be tiring, and I only have enough to deal with wasting the kindling and hours of labor. I am tired and lazy. On that note, I have been glad to not contain the instincts of a woodsman. I have been tossing branches and fronds to pass some time when I do not feel the compulsion to write. One of them impacted on a stone beneath the sand, and on splitting the bark, unleashed a gout of steaming sap that no doubt would leave me writhing and blinding on the sands.
Yeah.
How about you, Alara? You haven't stepped up yet.
Day 9. By Lathander's radiant glory, may every fish in the ocean be buggered, beaten, and dragged across the length and breadth of Waterdeep's maze of streets on broken glass.
Wow.
He's pissed.
Day 12. I waste days attempting to catch even just one because the fish that lingered near the rock seem adverse to common baits. I have been inflicted with jaded connoisseurs in scales and gills. Then, when one is acquired, it is but a measly snack that still must be gutted with stones that I had thought sharp enough. Certainly capable of worrying wood and sharpening their own kind, but against the flesh of a scrawny fish, they had returned to original form of roundness.
As for the cooking, an utter nightmare and one that I'm not sure I can bear repeating, even with the knowledge that I am withering with just fruit and discs of hardened flour that I'm sure do little more than change shape as they pass through my body. I could spend moments only by the fireside. Observing the cooking of meat was unfeasible. I attempted to get some extra use of this hellish activity by tossing a crab I had found on the way back to my divot into the flames. Of course, it was from this island, so it merely started to glow along the seams in the carapace and scuttled off in ill temper. The fish was overcooked to the surprise of none. Day 13. I have finally resolved to move into the inner island. Within there, I hope to find some animal even more feeble and lame than I am. With the delirium of heat frying my mind, I cannot decide if I would take that animal as food, companion, or offer myself up as sacrifice and let this end. I suppose it will depend on if it was cute or not. Day 16. Oh, go ahead.
Day 16. That did not work at all. I expected my sanity to be a tenuous thing, but I only felt it return to me once sand crunched beneath my blistered feet. Certainly I would have been a tempting meal, for my juices had been sealed with my partially cooked hide. Ugh. I will have to stick to the shoreline. I will also sadly not be able to stick with the journal. During my days further inland, I appear to have attempted to eat most of the remaining pages. Fortunately, the unsightly gnome who sold me the journal offered it as a set of 3 for a discount. So then I will leave this behind as I head eastward. May it be found and lead to my age-ravaged continents long mad from decades upon this place, where I may find it again and can record my annoyance that there is bugger all here. With unceasingly warm regards, Wallens, Armist, Furstone, Scholar, Explorer, Complainer, Too Damn Hot.
Are there any other blank pages that I could eat?
There are some scraps of them, yeah. They're a bit old now, though. Past their prime.
Snack time. Snack time, snack time, snack time.
Look, we can just go take the fruit, stab part of it while pointing it away from everyone, then let it cool somewhere.
So how do you feel about the island?
It's terrible.
It's fucking warm.
Well, it's connected to the plane of fire, supposedly.
Why couldn't we have the plane of Alaska or something? That'd be way cooler.
So he mentioned somewhere in here a well. Did he not?
No, I think he's talking about home. His home
Yeah.
He was
well.
He was musing
But
about
you
how wells are
assume,
shitty.
considering his laziness, that there's probably a source of actual fresh waters nearby.
True.
Let's check how much hardtack is left in that barrel.
Alright.
As you pop the lid, bugs. So many bugs.
Figures.
It's been a while, you assume.
Yeah.
Especially if one
Hey,
of you
the
pulls out the
pages
coat
ain't
and
good.
just looks at how different the one sleeve's color is compared to the rest of the coat.
It's kind of like a style statement. They do that shit nowadays.
Shall we check upstairs too?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can go
Yes.
upstairs.
There was another mural, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, who wants this clothes? Who would it fit? Basically, anybody except Mushi because he's short.
I don't know if this is a dwarven explorer and fit Mushi, not any other people.
Corbin said it was human-sized.
Yeah.
Ah,
It'd be a little tough for Mushy, a little tight in the shoulders, but it's not a long... Well, it would scuff a little bit in the floor.
All I'm saying, it kind of looks like mud, so I'm thinking I should wear it.
Just because it's yellow.
Yes.
And mud is brown.
Close enough.
I'm gonna clean it off a bit and just kind of beat off any of the dirt and stuff on it.
What are you doing? You're
Does
wasting
it
the
fall
mud.
apart?
I mean, it definitely feels thin, but it holds together. And you currently have nothing but 2 pairs of shoes. And whatever Ray decides to make out of a burlap sack, which is not going to be a lot.
Well, she's gonna go upstairs. If we're done here.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to inspect the mural, yes?
Yes, let's look.
This one has a lot of weathering on it, but you can still make out certain elements. You can see, again, a theme of large draconic wings. You can also see large figures. Some of them have pointed heads, some are just rotund dwarves. Some have the points going outwards behind their heads from where they seem to be looking.
Mm-hmm.
There are dwarves with hammer and anvil. And then, near the corner here, very decayed looking, there is what looks like very large looking legs and a very big anvil and hammer. There's also a slight impression of horns and a very tall figure. And it doesn't look like they just did that one bigger, because you can see dwarves around them. This was a very large creature. And then on this wall, let's see. I get rid of the Shock Warrior, did I? Okay. On this wall, you can see a volcano, which you guys have actually seen on this island. You also see within the shape that they've carved of the volcano, very big gem. Very, very big gem. From it, you see curling horns. And then below it is an odd-looking sword? Spear? It's hard to tell. It's a bit skewed, a bit faded.
But
It
a
bas-
weapon.
It looks like a very straight U shape. You'd guess, but the right part of it has just been worn away. And if it has a handle, you can't tell because the bottom of that has just been worn away as well. And while you see dragon wings around it, they are inverted.
Interesting. I don't know what that means, guys.
You know, it sounds like a puzzle. I think we should not engage.
Yes, it's time for the tile slide puzzle.
Would anyone know of a battle or anything that this could be?
Oh,
I point at Moshi, the dwarf.
You know, I was never good with mind stuff.
Azur, you feel more alone than you've been so far. As they all look at pictures, and they seem confused.
I bet you there's a rock in the volcano.
In the volcano? Or by the volcano?
Definitely inside the volcano.
Who's gonna... Who would do that?
I don't know, demons?
There might be mud in the volcano.
Mud? Hey, let's go to the volcano.
Why?
Seaward,
Is
you
there
know what? You could
anything
just
else?
walk out into the ocean and just relax, and it would just happen.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, something would come and get you eventually.
The panic will set in as he dies. Is there anything else in the room?
But then you look behind you, you see Rainy Rose, you see Scuttles, you think maybe life's okay. No,
Has the
no,
coat
keep
been
going for the
taken?
ocean.
Has the coat been taken?
If you'd like
No.
it, no one's claimed it.
Well, if no one's claimed it, then I will wrap her around my waist.
She had
Honestly.
an option there, and she took the odd one.
Well, I am not a Disney character.
Why wouldn't you want to be a Disney character? That's so cool.
I'm not gonna wear a shirt with no pants.
She's got a good point.
Does she?
Yes, plus,
You don't
plus I
want
now
to
have
be
something to
Donald
sit on
Duck
that isn't the ground when I'm working the burlap sacks into something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair
And
enough.
if we wanted to be more liberal with it, then we could cut that up into multiple things as well.
Just get the
Indeed.
sleeves and tie them around your waist. There you go.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's like a sheath.
Mm. Not a fan of that imagery. If I look around here, is there anything on this end?
Nah, this is just a nice bit of wilderness area. It looks like it was comfortable enough. But again, just the heat. I mean, even just being in the stone building, warm.
It cooks.
It doesn't cook, it's just warmer than just walking around outside.
Mm. And how much later is it in the day by now?
It's only been about an hour and a half.
Okay.
So
No,
we're
it
still
feels like
around
so long.
midday, right?
What'd you say, Ginny?
We're still around midday.
Yeah, seems like the sun's just reached its zenith. And as
Hey.
you do a little bit of exploring, just looking around the immediate area, I'm going to drag your eyes over here.
Oh,
Scuttles.
Indeed, signifying the party location on an island.
I see.
It's not
Oh.
one-to-one because... Well, hang on a second, I'll just fucking show you. So, think about the scale of this sort of island. So, you can see the volcano. Hang on, let me reveal that. So there's the volcano here.
Right.
Right.
Ooh.
So you can see how big that is?
uh-huh.
Yep.
For some reason, they also put a ship on the map, and look at the size of that.
It's huge.
Yeah!
It's like 2 miles long.
So the map artist got the scale a bit weird.
Or maybe it's a just massive ship.
So we're gonna ignore that boat because it is the length of a mountain.
I do want to ask the party at this point. Does anyone have any ideas where all our shit went?
Nope.
Bottom of the ocean?
Not around here, to be sure.
I wonder if I'll ever get it back.
Well, we have a few things to our advantage that our friend that wrote the book didn't.
Like, we know how to murder shit.
Yeah.
Also, there's more of us.
I don't know if this is an advantage.
But in a way, less as well.
Yeah.
Does a burden count as a +1?
I can also do a fair amount of things to help cool us off.
You are the Iceman.
Well, we should get some of the fruits and start letting them
ready.
cool, so we can have something to eat.
Mm.
And then
But
we
if you
should
actually-
look for a cooler place, and more importantly, a well, or some source of fresh water.
Yeah, it must be near here, because this guy clearly stayed here for a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'll help gather the food.
Yeah, with a little basic exploration, it's easy enough to find where he was getting his source of water. Still there, water still flowing. Nice little stream. But yeah, you dip your fingers in there. Ow, that's like putting into someone's tea who's been sitting for a little bit. That's hot.
Is the ocean cooler than?
Yeah.
Do we
The ocean
have
is
anything-
warm when it's directly at the sands, but a little further out and it's cold.
I can freeze water as well.
You have a little ice box.
Yeah.
If only we
I
had
mean,
a back.
It'll melt, but like it can make it go from boiling to
tolerable?
Yeah, it starts dripping very quickly, but you know, it's cold.
hmm
Is there anything in the house that
Wait.
could use the store water besides that barrel over here?
No, just that weevil barrel.
I mean, I guess we might as well grab that in case we want the resources.
An assumption to make is, if this guy was living here, he probably took what he could carry water in with him.
Yeah. I mean, if there are any other animals here that aren't, you know, cooked fish, maybe they could have a skin we could use.
Yeah, I mean, you guys hear birds fluttering. You assume
Could
there's
we
other
be-
creatures running around.
Could we, in theory, freeze the if we got a something to put water in, freeze the ice, use burlap to kind of filter any and all like drippage into this barrel, right? And
Wait.
hmm?
Do you have the most important cantrip of all?
Which is
Prestidigitation?
I do not.
Oh, you can use that to chill water.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
that's unfortunate, huh?
Yeah.
Instead, he can only turn it into ice. Which, in a way, is better.
Yeah.
Oh, shape water?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what he's used there.
Oh,
That one is a spell
Perfect.
slot, isn't it?
No,
No,
cantrip.
It's a cantrip.
Oh, really? It's a fucking good cantrip.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not as good as thaumaturgy, but
Well, it's making a water boy, so I picked spells.
It's
that
not as
made
good as
sense for a
resistance, am I
water.
right? Any cheers for my true strike crew?
Shut up.
I just love how if you try to make that better in any way, it becomes too powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It's either shit or it's overpowered. You can't really get it balanced. It's weird.
yeah.
Unless you make it a spell.
And then no one would use it.
A level 1 bonus action spell that you could use on someone to just give them advantage. But it's only for one round.
Yeah, it's a tough sell.
Mm-hmm. Of course, when you upscale, when you decide on scaling, well, it just means you can cast it on more people. I've brought these thugs here. Every one of them now has advantage for a round.
that could be good.
That barrel's not rotting or anything, is it?
Still partially buried and filled with bugs. Colorful bugs, many legs.
Edible.
Yes.
Well, attention.
Okay, Timon and Pumbaa.
Also,
Or it
didn't
could-
sorry.
We could just cool the fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Just set the fruit onto the ice.
Yeah.
Then we could have fruit ice.
We could have orange infused water.
Or
Juice.
shaved ice. Or
Ooh, we could have
flavored
frosted
shaved
juice.
ice. Yeah. Ugh.
Ways you've never thought of using your powers.
Yeah.
I'll go dig up the barrel and clean it out, I guess.
I guess I'll help.
I will go make sure that the. I guess I should probably empty out the other burlap sack so we can use it for water.
I mean, I wonder if we could just leave the fish on the sand to cook.
You could probably bury it in the sand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2 feet deep.
like
Very
True
hard.
Island style.
Bury it in the
What's
sand
the-
with a stone.
Yeah, there's I don't remember what it's technically called, but
More effort than grilling.
Need sand.
But on the bright side, none of you are going to freeze to death.
Mm-hmm.
Downside, while you were exploring around the woods, in the distance, from a few locations, you could hear familiar burbles and pops.
Oh boy. Oh no. I can't.
Very distantly, you heard... No, I'm talking... Like, you are hearing this from a mile or two, you know? It's just echoing through the fucking nature. You also hear loud cries out and an answering chorus of pops, bubbles, and gibbering.
start strumming.
Sound aggressive.
Well, it's just you hear it, very distantly. This is not coming, like, a mile away or so. This is just because there's no other fucking noise on the island.
They don't sound like what's the word I'm looking for. Are they? Damn, I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
Sand.
Neither do we.
A conundrum. Truly the greatest of puzzles.
Fish.
Oh, yeah, let's reveal a bit more of the area. So,
They
yeah,
don't sound aggressive or antagonistic or anything. It's just sound.
they're pretty far off. It's hard to make specifics.
They're just being loud.
But they're not getting closer when you hear more sounds.
I wonder if they have a village, and they're gonna wonder why these guys are missing. Well, no, these guys don't have a village. I'm gonna bet.
Well, now,
They might.
who wants to do a bit of scouting? Who wants to make use of perception to really point things out? Locations of interest, maybe.
I wouldn't mind.
I'll go.
As the two cats clamber up high.
Sure.
You enter into the forest line and holy shit, he's not joking. Like the moment you get among the trees, they are all radiating heat intensely, and the canopy is keeping all that heat trapped.
Oh, gross.
It's bad.
And we're on an island, so it's humid, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Man,
Must
it's
have actually
gross.
have fur.
but it's not like a proper humidity because it's just fucking heat. It's dense heat. You are seeing mirages of heat all around you, like a distance of 10 feet or so. The air is just wavering. As you clamber up the tree, yeah, it's tough to keep your pads on it. You just want to keep it in the claws. Give me a perception with advantage. As you scout out around the place. You can't get all that high, but you can at least break the canopy.
Both of us,
Perception.
or just one of us?
One with advantage. Or both can make a single roll.
I got a +4. What do you got?
Same.
Take advantage.
You can roll if you want.
If you got
She's-
the higher modifier, take advantage and roll.
That,
I can roll a
mean,
-1 if you guys
as
want.
we've
Said
seen,
four.
that doesn't help with this party.
Yeah, but see the second roll.
Not terrific. You do see a fair whack. So it's a bit awkward here because what basically I'm saying, you guys are more here tree line wise.
Yeah. So the sand here is also not quite the scale of the beach.
Yeah, not at all.
Because it looks like a cliff on the map here. Almost.
Yeah, the scale is all kinds of weird because think about that cliff and then the volcano.
Yeah. Huh.
And then there's few little like habitations here as well, but just don't fucking make sense with how it is. Because what they said is there's only one beach and the rest is all cliff, but doesn't make for much of an island.
No.
But yeah, you can see a lot of shoreline along here, and there is, let's just do a little squibbly here. Far in the distance, it looks like a couple of days' travel here. You can make out, Ginny, you're a little... You don't kind of want to say immediately what it is. Because, at first you think it's a mast, probably is a mast, but it's also been carved in a very certain way.
In what way?
Looks like a dick. It's distance, but it is huge. Like, this is a big mast. This is a big mast for a big ship.
That's what you said. You said it's a couple days?
It looks like a day or two's journey. Like, I basically imagine, like, you know, say about 3 squares of travel would be a day.
Is
Or maybe
it
less.
about... You said I can just see the mast, or is it connected to a ship?
You can't see the ship from here, if it's attached to one. Because, you know, like, imagine here, this is ground light forest. Then it gets real dense further in.
So, just basically seeing it over the tree
Yeah,
line.
it's sticking out over the canopy.
Um,
So you're hoping it's a mast and not attached to something. Because if that's a creature
be
just
something
relaxing in
over
the
there.
sun, that's a big creature.
God damn it.
Do you inform Rainy Rose, who's right below you?
yes, I do.
How? Do you say there's a mast there?
There's a giant dick right there.
I think there's a little... It's not little. There's a thing over there. And I'll point. Thing.
Then, we also have... Although I can't put the... Sadly, you can't put anything over Fog of War, which is annoying. But in this direction here, and you don't know exactly where, you can see smoke...
Volcano-ish.
No, this sort of area here.
Okay.
You can see pillars of smoke rising. Thin, but constant.
Well, there's the village I talked about.
How many pillars of smoke?
Looks about 3 or 4.
Sure.
They're not all clumped together, though. There's a few spread out.
Could I tell, like, how far apart they are?
It's very difficult. It's just smoke, so you don't know the density or thickness of the column or anything.
Okay.
You can just tell that there's about 4 distinctive ones.
I'll let Rini know.
All right.
Since Alar's back, would you like to share one of your discoveries?
There's a giant penis over here.
What? What?
There's giant wood.
He points at himself.
And she knows it's fake. You can't boast when it's all there in the open.
Basically, if you can see the map of the island, not where we actually are, that little black square,
Oh, okay.
which is a day or 2 or 3 ways from where we are.
Now, there is a
And
reason
I
for
guess-
that.
Nope.
Like, it's
not
not
penis.
it's not just a dirty joke. There is a reason for this, and there's an inspiration for anyone who can work out why.
Corpse is
Someone must
bragging.
have carved it.
No, it's in this case it's specifically a reference, so it's a bonus inspiration for anyone who can work this one out. But we are hitting the 3-hour mark. Is everyone okay doing a bit more, or do you want to end it here?
Fine for either.
I could go either way, but I'm leaning towards ending it now.
Because we've got a nice little stopping point here.
Yeah.
We don't want to start combat with you guys.
If you want to keep going and it might take a while, then I would just call it.
Yeah, we're better off ending it.
Okay.
But yeah, everyone okay for next week?
Yeah.
So far, yeah.
Excellent.
COVID's around, so I'm not going anywhere.
Oh shit, next week's my birthday. Except Friday, not Thursday.
Well, happy earlier birthday. and I'll
Happy
wish you
early
again next week.
birthday.
You've just shared with everyone here, and whoever watches this video, your date of birth. Well done.
Wow, no one knows how old I am now because I'm 12.
So we're going. Oh, we can't even go to Chuck E. Cheese for your birthday.
I wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese this year.
Rip in peace.
The dream.
No skee ball for you, shitface.
I love skee ball.
I don't know why people like it.
He could have taken a picture with Chucky, but no.
Not the new Chucky's disgusting.
He's gross.
Give me old Chucky.
Anyway, that's tonight's session of D&D over. Now I'm going to click the button that says stop streaming.